Against Motherwell, but our commentary match this evening comes from here at Ibrox. Rangers up against Ross County with Stephen Thompson, Billy Dodds and Liam McLeod.
Yes, as my learned colleague Stephen Thompson says, Ross County yet to taste victory against Rangers. This is the 24th meeting between the clubs. The best they've managed is 4 draws. Can they improve on that tonight? It's going to be a slight delay to kick off. That's 7:45 now. Due to be getting underway at this point, but Alan Muir isn't ready yet. There's still the photographs being taken with the 2 captains and the mascots down below us. The Rangers lineup tonight, back to the one that started against Aberdeen 8 nights ago. It's Butland in goal, Tavernier, Goldson, Suter, Yilmaz, Lawrence, Lundstrom, Cantwell, McCausland and Matondo either side of Dessers for County. 5 alterations from the side, hammered at Fir Park last Tuesday as well. It's Wickens in goal, Aina Leak and Effet at the back with Brown and Reid wide, King, Laturi in the middle. Danda will try and support Murray and Brophy, who starts for the first time in almost 4 months. Just about ready to go here at Ibrox. Ross County are going to kick off in their change colours, all white with the navy flashes. Rangers in their blue shirts, white shorts, black socks with the red tops. The prize for Rangers is top spot tonight. Any victory north of 2-0 or by 2 goals and they will be top, with both having played the same number of games. County kick off in the Glasgow rain, as is normally the case. Laturi picks up in the midfield and it's rolled back the way to Ryan Leak, who shifts it out to that far side. Now Rangers have started at an extremely fast pace in their last couple of home games against Aberdeen and Ayr United. They'll be looking to do likewise, and well, that slick surface as well, it'll work in their favour as McCausland collects and rolls it into midfield for Lawrence, and he goes back to Goldson, who in turn goes back to John Suter. Side football forward there to Lundstrom, who's on the halfway line. He's managed to knock it through, looking for Matondo. An important block there by Loic Aina, who was here in Dundee United colours last season when he was on loan from Huddersfield at Tannadice, as Rangers pick the ball up again there with Connor Goldson. They've also, Rangers, got the carrot of chalking up an 8th successive victory. It's been a while since they've done that. Got to go back to 2020-21 when they went on to win the league in that invincible season. So again, it's another statistic in the positive category for Philippe Clermont, as the ball's played up towards the edge of the County box, flicked away by Brown, and Matondo will let it go out for a throw-in, level with the County penalty spot on this near side. The main stand, Rangers shooting towards the Broom Loan in this first half, as they tend to do. It's back with Goldson in the centre circle and out to James Tavernier, who picks up on that right hand side. Long floated ball into the box is only half away. It breaks here to Matondo, level with the 6-yard line. Back to Yilmaz, left foot ball comes in, it's allowed to bounce. Lundstrom couldn't quite get onto it. McCausland picks up the scraps wide on the right hand side of the area. Back to Tavernier, rolls it under the boot and then crosses, and it's tipped over the bar by Wickens, but the referee has blown, I think, for a free kick for County inside their own box. 2 in, first sight of goal for Rangers in the game, and it was good build-up play, and it was Tavernier's ball in from the right hand side that looked like it was causing problems, but the referee, who tonight's Alan Muir, blew his whistle.
Yes, he did, Liam. The first cross comes in on the left-hand side from Yilmaz. It's a decent ball into the box. It goes all the way out to McCausland, who recycles it, lays it off to Tavernier, and he puts a delightful ball in, but I think Dessers just fouled the centre half as he was trying to get on the end of it, and a free kick is given. All Rangers in the opening couple of minutes, as you'd expect, possession-wise. Looks as though Ross County are kind of going to leave Eamon Brophy the furthest up the pitch, and have Simon Murray drop in on the deepest midfielder for Rangers.
Long ball, Dessers chasing, misunderstanding between the defender and the keeper, and Dessers picks up. It's time to try and lay it back. It's blocked though, breaks back to Dessers. Left hand side, here is Cantwell. County got away with one there. It was Effet and the goalkeeper Wickens who didn't deal with it. It was one of those that one of them needed to deal with, but neither did.
Aina gives me the fear after watching him last week, and again I think he should be dealing with that one, even get a flick on it to put out for a corner, but he does it, he lets it bounce. Rangers have the chance.
Here's Cantwell jinking up towards the edge of the box as his legs whipped away from him, and referee Alan Muir gives Rangers the free kick, and this is about 23-24 yards from goal, and an opportunity to try and test the County goalkeeper.
Yeah, there's only one man hitting this. Perfect for James Tavernier, this 25 yards-ish, just ideal on his right foot. I've seen him do it so many times.
opportunity then here for Rangers, with James Tavernier over it. Yilmaz is there as well. This does appear to favour the right boot of James Tavernier. He sizes up the goal. The referee just moving the ball back. There's a couple of Rangers players involved in that wall.
It's perfect distance for him, isn't it? Get up and down. I've seen Tavernier when it's closer to goal. He just can't do it sometimes, but this is the perfect distance for him.
Now the ref's ready, and so too are the two Rangers players over the set play. It's Tavernier with it straight into the wall though, and it breaks back to the Rangers captain. On this near side, works the 1-2 with Matondo. Here is Tavernier. His pass forwards cut out by Danda, and County are able to get it away. There is a penalty at Pittodrie, Willie Miller.
Yeah, and it's been scored. Liam Theo Bair has put it high down the middle into the back of the net. It was Shane Morris on George Gent, a push in the back just inside the box.
And Willie, here's a chance for Cyril Dessers. He's lobbed the goalkeeper and scores! Arms outstretched in celebration from Rangers number 9. It's an outstanding goal, and they have the early goal they craved on a night they hoped they'd be going top of the pile. Outstanding from Dessers. Rangers 1, Ross County 0.
But Billy spoke about the Ross County defending. We'll get to the finish in just a minute. But the ball over the top from Tavernier is inch perfect. Far, far too easy though. One ball over the top, wiping out the whole back three. Dessers is onto it, and it's the coolest of finishes, lifting it over the goalkeeper's head. And you can say what you like about Cyril Dessers, but his goal return isn't too bad. And this was a very, very cool finish from him. But Ross County, my oh my, the defending.
It's incredible. And the thing is, Tom, it's a straight pass. Sometimes a diagonal's hard to defend, but Leak and Ifeti just caught with a straight ball over the top. Yeah, Dessers is onto it. The finish is brilliant. He knows where the goalkeeper is. He's in a fine vein of goal scoring form. He just lobs him. But the Ross County defender, I said to Kenny at the start of the game that if they don't defend properly, then they're in trouble. And it's exactly again, they're just caught out with a straight ball and they're done.
Excellent finish from Dessers. That's him up to 13 for the season, and he has been much maligned at times. That's been well documented. Theo Bair, incidentally, that's his 9th goal of the season, and he scored in the fourth league game in succession. Notched against St Johnstone, Kilmarnock, and last week against County, who were watching here, ripped apart by that one ball from James Tavernier. So Rangers 1, Ross County 0, and Aberdeen 0, Motherwell 1 in that game at Pittodrie, which Willie unfortunately got cut off, telling us about the conversion from the spot. The big Canadian, as Rangers come down the left here with Matondo just moving it with the outside of the boot for Lawrence. Looks up, right foot ball to the right hand side of the area. McCausland heads it back to Tavernier, slices on the volley, but the keeper is to keep an eye on it, and he holds on to it. Eventually, 7 minutes in, Rangers 1, Ross County 0. Remember, Rangers need at least a 3-goal winning margin to go top of the league tonight, and that's a real concern for Don Cowie and for that hardy band of Ross County supporters who've come down the A9 for this game this evening. That goal coming so early on a night when Rangers will obviously be chasing goals.
Yeah, you know Rangers are going to get most of the ball. You expect that, and you try to limit them to opportunities, but they're not defending well enough. But it's the full-backs, I'll touch on it in a moment. Rangers are on the attack again, but you're playing a back three. Rangers full-backs are getting all the time, because the Ross County full-backs have to do the winger.
Here come Rangers when McCausland pulls it back, right-hand side of the box. Cantwell back to Tavernier, and Wickens makes the save, and it's behind for a Rangers corner. It is all Rangers. They lead 1-0, already threatening a second.
Yeah, just what Billy was talking about, the space in the channel. The ball played into the channel, McCausland gets it, lays it back to the edge of the box for Tavernier. You knew he was going to hit it first time. He catches it really, really sweetly, but it's probably straight at Wickens in the goal, tips it over for a corner.
Which will be taken on this near side by Tavernier. In swinger, right foot into the near post, and then there's a really important intervention there by James Brown on the slide to put it behind for another Rangers corner on this main stand side.
Yeah, Dessers was looking for a sharp pull there. He's just kind of gesticulating to Alan Muir that his shirt was being pulled or something or other. It'll all get checked by VAR, it always does. Doesn't look like anything's coming of it.
Tavernier with a second chance towards the back post. This time the goalkeeper has lost sight of it, but it's going to be favourable for Wickens because it's dropped to Simon Murray. He's able to knock it out to that left-hand side, and County get away with that one. But this could be a long old night for them. They already trail by that Dessers goal to 0. And Billy, if you're in the visiting dugout here, it's always going to be a challenge before a ball's kicked. But at this point, what's going through Don Cowie's mind?
Yeah, but the one thing, if you're in the opposing dugout, you don't want to lose an early goal, because you take they've got possession against you. That's a given, but just don't lose a goal. Don't get this crowd up, and it's exactly what's happened. But I know Ross County are on the ball just now, but honestly, Liam, the Rangers fullbacks, Yilmaz and Tavernier, have got the freedom of the pitch, because Reid and Brown don't know whether to do the winger, Matondo or McCausland, and then they're just left to step forward.
There's another long ball which almost found Dessers, comes all the way through to Wickens though.
It was the wrong choice, should have played Matondo. That was the harder ball over the top to Dessers. I know they've already had success from it in the match, but Matondo had made a good run on this left-hand side. It was a counter-attack. County had possession of the ball for the first time, 3-4 passes and then a straight giveaway to Rangers, and that was them in the counter.
Yeah, Ross County, they've got daylight between themselves and Livingston. The problem is the daylight could well open up ahead of them. And following last Tuesday's hammering in Lanarkshire, they're now 9 without a victory since the reverse fixture with Motherwell, which they won 3-0. As the long ball comes through to Dessers, trying to get goal side. Lovely touch! Hits the post, and Wickens gets down and holds on at the feet of the Nigerian when it popped back towards him on the rebound. 10 in, Rangers 1, Ross County 0.
Another straight ball over the top, this time for Dessers. And Dessers is not the quickest player in the world, but these County defenders are having an absolute nightmare dealing with the directness of the Rangers passing. Again, over the top, he gets there, he does the hard work cutting back inside, he's 6 yards out. Just got to find the back of the net. He goes under the goalkeeper and hits the face of the post, and it comes back out into the arms of Wickens, but a golden opportunity.
Brown down the right for County, low ball infield into the Rangers box, would you believe? Murray tries to lay it back there, and Brophy can't control, and Rangers come away in the counter, and County had committed players forward. Here's Cantwell deep into the County half. He runs with the ball over on the far side, and then he's brought crashing to the ground by Afeti, and that's going to be a free kick to Rangers, a bit level with the edge of the D of the County D, and that's going to be a yellow card as well for the Staggies defender.
Yeah, he does catch him. It's all or nothing from Afeti, and then he takes out Cantwell. Cantwell leads his leg there and it gets taken, but it's definitely a yellow card, and it's just what happens when you're left 1-on-1 situations. They're not handling that, and that's what happened the time before. Brown puts a press on Yilmaz for a change, and they're just left man for man at times. Not even, they've got 2 centre-halves against Dessers, and he can't handle them.
Early goals both here and at Pittodrie. Motherwell lead in the northeast, Rangers lead here against Ross County. Dessers with the goal. It was a Theo Bair penalty that has Motherwell in front at Pittodrie. Rangers have this free kick opportunity over on that right hand side with Tavernier and Yilmaz over it again. Again, you would suggest Tavernier's the favourite because he's the captain, but Yilmaz perhaps to put it in with the left would be an in-swinging ball, which is poor, and it's headed away there by King. Breaks back to Tavernier on the right, down the right hand side of the box for McCausland. Skipping in field, rolling it back to Lawrence, controls with the undersole, takes it forward and shoots and wins the corner. He's deflected wide.
Rangers look like they could score with every single attack at this minute in time. It probably should be more than 1-0 up, and we're only, 12 minutes into the game. This time it was Lawrence at the edge of the box, makes some space with a wee feint onto his right foot. Caught it well enough, but deflected for yet another corner. Yilmaz with the in-swinger.
We're in front of that group of County supporters who are inside the stadium, and it comes headed away by Brown. There was a Rangers player went down, it was Dessers, and goes out of play for a throw-in on the far side. I think the referee's going to stop play because there's a County player down inside his own box. I think it might be Brown who's felt the brunt of that.
It looks as if he slipped Dessers.
Yeah, he did initially, then yeah, we're lucky enough to have a monitor this evening, so we'll be able to just tell you. Yeah, Dessers slips, and then I'm not sure, no, the camera's panned off of it, so we'll not be able to tell you. Brown's down it anyway. It was a poor delivery in from Yilmaz, second one of those he's had in the space of a short time, but I don't know whether Dessers lands and maybe just catches Brown's thigh with his stud. It certainly wasn't intentional, I don't think.
13 minutes in here. This is their second meeting of the season. Rangers won 2-0 in Dingwall at the end of August, thanks to goals from Ruth and Tavernier in the space of 4 first half minutes. last meeting here was just over a year ago. Tillman and Barisic scored either side of a Jordan White goal. That was White's 5th against Rangers. He's on the bench this evening, and Alan Muir perhaps taking on some advisement from this video
I think he was looking if maybe Dessers had a little flick out, Brown, but nothing comes of it.
Throw in taken. County man is back on his feet. Brown. Here come Rangers. Yilmaz with a scuffed effort low into the box is blocked and cleared and out for a throw in to Rangers on this near side. And County must hope that what happened here in the matches against Aberdeen and Ayr, that Rangers start to take their foot off the pedal, because they got early goals in those 2 matches, but it ended up being relatively narrow victories. It was against Aberdeen, just the single goal. It was 2-0 against Ayr, as Cantwell knocks it into Lundstrom. He comes forward, that's a lovely ball. Matondo's in behind and gets it across the face and wide of the right hand post. But as you heard from Tomo in the background, Rabi Matondo really ought to have been making it 2-0 there inside 15 minutes. It stays Rangers 1, Ross County 0.
Another ball in behind. It was a fabulous pass from John Lundstrom, timed to perfection, and the run from Matondo equally so. He's at a slight angle, opens up his right foot. He's got the far corner to aim into and just pulls it too far wide. It wouldn't come back in past the post from probably 8 yards on the angle, but got to hit the target bare minimum. Really should score. Chances are just mounting up.
He's got to get a curl on it. He does. He finds the far corner, Tom, doesn't he? I mean, it's a brilliant ball, as you say. Just go on and slot it, but too straight past the post.
7 goals in 8 games for Theo Bayer. Tonight's one coming from the penalty spot against Aberdeen early on. Motherwell leading at Pittodrie by 1-0. They've only won 3 of the last 22 and have only won once away from home in the league this season. That was against Hearts at Tynecastle at the start of September.
When you write those stats off and you think that they're above Aberdeen, it makes you wonder just what sort of season Aberdeen are having.
A shambolic one, I think it's fair to say, in the league. As Tavernier moves it infield to Cantwell, attacking, looking to thread it back to Tavernier. It's blocked, but breaks back to Cantwell, driving into the penalty area. Right-hand side of it, comes outside the box, and then rolls it back out to McCausland on the far side. There's Lawrence, gets it back from Tavernier and rolls it into the midfield for Lundstrom. First time with the right boot out to Matondo on this near side. Matondo back into the middle there for Lawrence. Brophy tries to get a challenge in, but it's with Matondo to Lawrence, disguises it back to Matondo. He shoots, and Wickens with a wonderful save. Down low as you can go, and then onto the top of his crossbar. It's a spectacular piece of goalkeeping. But it's yet another chance for Rangers and for Rabi Matondo. It stays Rangers 1, Ross County 0, and it is a corner only.
But he's through and he's got that slot again, and I'll tell you what goes through the legs. I think it's Ryan Leake, and he sees it late. Wickens, it's a brilliant finish, a brilliant save, to avoid the finish, because he gets a hand on it. It's up onto the crossbar and he sees it late. Brilliant from the Ross County goalkeeper.
Yilmaz with the corner, headed away by Murray. Back out to that wide area where the corner was taken, and Yilmaz lets it go behind for Rangers' latest set play from over on that Dublin stand side.
It should be 3-0. 16 minutes, 17 minutes just gone into the game. Dessers hitting the post, Matondo hitting the crossbar. Both should have been goals.
And it comes from Yilmaz, headed away there at the near post by Laturi. Breaks back out to that far side. Yilmaz bends the cross ball in. Wickens holds on inside his 6-yard box, and it says Rangers 1, Ross County 0. Let's get a little update from Pittodrie, shall we, with Willie Miller, who's watching Motherwell beating the Dons, who've only won 3 league games at Pittodrie all season. Willie Miller.
Yeah, it's still 1-0 to the visitors. Nothing much in the game. Aberdeen beginning to take a little bit of control, particularly in the midfield. Slightly surprising, James McGrath's playing the wing back, and Polvara is playing in front of him. Connor Barron had a strike just from outside the box. It was by the post on that occasion, but finally poised. But obviously Motherwell getting that penalty and getting the goal up means Aberdeen have got to take everything to the visitors. 1-0 here still.
1-0 Motherwell, 1-0 Rangers here on Sportsound this evening on BBC Radio Scotland Extra, 810 medium wave, online and on digital. And Rangers have their latest corner. Again, it's over on that far side. I think the guys both tipped Rangers to get the requisite number of goals that would take them above Celtic tonight. It's certainly looking that way at the moment. Yilmaz prepares to bend this latest corner into the county box. And on that far side. And Goldson and Suter waiting around him at the penalty spot, and it comes. Suter does attack it and heads it over. Not far though. Isn't too far away from threatening Wickens, albeit it looked like he might well have covered it in the centre of his goal. It stays Rangers 1, Ross County 0, almost on 19.
Yeah, it was a more floaty corner, this one from Yilmaz, but Suter's got to hit the target. He manages to get free of his marker. He's probably 8 or 9, 10 yards out, headers it over the bar. But that's, you know, if we hadn't already had such good chances, you'd be saying that's a right good chance, but it's actually not as good as some of the chances we've already seen. Yet another attempt on the Ross County goal.
Rangers have it with Tavernier. The possession statistic is not as high as I thought it was going to be. It's 68% in Rangers' favour at the moment. And it's going to be a free kick for the home team inside their own half. Goldson, his own, if that's an uncontested drop ball, is what it is. And it's left for Connor Goldson, who shifted out to the right-hand side for Tavernier. Looking for some movement ahead of him. He rolls it back the way to Connor Goldson. He'll then square it to Suter. Suter has it and then comes up towards halfway and rolls it to John Lundstrom, and then out to Tavernier on that right-hand side. Tavernier coming down the right, gets the overlap from McCausland, level with the penalty spot, back to the right angle of the box for Cantwell. Left foot delicate ball and is cleared by Laturi. Up towards halfway, Brophy will chase it down, but Goldson will get there and he'll roll it all the way back there. And it's with Jack Butland out to the right-hand side for Goldson. He goes back to his goalkeeper, who, Billy, have been reading headlines about Jack Butland yet again this week. He seems to be linked with clubs down south constantly, despite the fact the window's closed. Once again, linked with some big guns down south. But he has been the measure of consistency.
Yeah, whenever called upon, and as the season's gone on, he's not been needed that much, but the odd save he has to make incredible at times, but he has been consistent all season. That's why he's getting these clubs interested in him, Liam.
Going to play for a throw-in up the pitch. Our Rangers again level with the edge of the D of the county box in the main stand side. It's bowled back to Yilmaz. It's back onto halfway for Suter. Suter to Goldson in the centre circle. Side football to Tavernier. On the right, he's got McCausland. He moves back infield instead to Tom Lawrence. Rifles it forward, and Dessers on the turn at the edge of the box. Onto the right, onto the left. His shot scuffed and blocked. Loose ball to McCausland, and Lawrence fires from almost 30 yards from goal there. Right foot snapshot right through the Wickens, who holds on. But in the 22nd minute, Rangers 1, Ross County 0. And Rangers have been merciless at times in their attacking play, but mercifully from a Ross County point of view, they just trail by 1. Could so easily have been much worse, as Stephen was saying. It could be up to 3, maybe 4. And Suter at that header, which went just over. And goes out for a Rangers throw-in deep inside their own half this time. They lead 1-0, as do Motherwell in Aberdeen. And it's going to be a Ross County ball. They've won a throw-in up the pitch here, about on the cusp of the attacking third. James Brown is over it, and he's waiting to get some movement ahead of him. Let's go to Pittodrie, because there's been another goal for Willie Miller.
Another goal, Liam. 2-0 it is to Motherwell. Brilliant piece of play. George Gent again very prominent down the left-hand side. Fizzed one across the face of the goal, and Theo Bair yet again on the end of it to slot it into the back of the net. And just prior to that, it was Vale that hit the post. Great save from Roos in goal, and a double save as Bair followed up on it, and Roos had to make a save. They've been torn apart here at Pittodrie. It's 2-0 Motherwell.
Well, not surprised when you see the lineup Neil Warnock's gone with this evening, but Motherwell, Theo Bair with a second of the game. They lead 2-0. If Aberdeen aren't careful in the weeks going forward, they could easily become embroiled in a relegation battle this season. On 25 points as things stand, and they are 6 clear of Ross County. Both of them have played the same number of matches, but they could quite easily be dragged in there. It's maybe time to start worrying about that rather than chasing European football for Aberdeen, the way things are going. But Motherwell, what a result. That takes them up to within a point of the top 6.
The league form since the turn of the year has been very, very good. A couple of big wins in there, and if they win this one this evening, it'll be a huge step for them in the right direction.
Here come Rangers down the right, pull back for Tavernier on the right foot, and he lashes it high over the crossbar, and it stays Rangers 1, Ross County 0 in the 24th minute here.
It's the full-backs going forward again, practically playing as strikers at times, because McCausland, he takes up Reid, and then Tavernier gets, as I say, the free run of the pitch and just runs into the box. The full-backs there should do better, should hit target, but just leans back and shoots over from a brilliant position. But I think I would maybe think about a back four if I was Ross County, because any time the wing backs get drawn forward, if they do the full back, they just can't handle one-on-one situations.
Goldson's header forward, Matondo giving chase. It will be, oh, it's a dreadful touch. Dessers is in here, tries to sneak it underneath Wickens, but I tell you, Loika Yina has just dodged one big time there, because he completely mistimed the touch, and Dessers pinched it off him, but he couldn't force it past Wickens, and it stays at Rangers 1, Ross County 0 in Glasgow.
See, when Dessers has got time to think about it, he's not a good finisher. When he's just doing it reactively, then, as was shown with his first goal, he didn't have time to think about it, just lifts it over the goalie. That occasion, he should score again. It's a horrendous mistake from Aina. Another ball over the top.
Here come Rangers. Lawrence comes off the defender over the bar. It will be a corner kick here to Rangers again. It's them up to 6 in that count. They're 1-0 up here on 25. Motherwell 2-0 up at Pittodrie against Aberdeen. They haven't had their issues scoring, Motherwell, and Theo Bair in particular.
It's on trial.
Yeah. Eyeing up a hat-trick, still plenty of time for him to do so. Rangers corner. Yilmaz to take over on that far side. And they've got plenty of players again running about the 6-yard line. In comes the corner, and it's allowed to bounce, comes across the face of goal and behind for the goal kick to Ross County. Somehow it's just 1-0 here at Ibrox.
It's a great ball, nobody running the back area. Matondo's trying to do the goalkeeper, and when the three split, the three big ones for Rangers from the penalty spot, I thought maybe one front, one middle, one back, but two of them run front, nobody at the back, and that's where the ball lands, and Ross County get away with one. The problem is for Ross County, Liam, if they're not getting any of the ball, but mentally they've got to say, right, we're playing to keep it 1-0 at half time. See if we can regroup and keep them thinking about it, and any chance we get, then we maybe sneak a draw out it. But if they lose the next goal, you can see it being 2, 3, 4, 5, can't you?
Well, they've got the ball in the Rangers half here with a throw-in on the right-hand side, midway inside Rangers territory. And this is going to be about level with the edge of the D. And James Brown is over it. He bowls it short, he's going to get it back immediately, rolls it infield. Laturi, he'll turn it back to Danda. Danda switching it in the midfield, and it will be picked up there by Effect, but it's County giving it away. Laturi, there's been another goal, and what a story is brewing at Pittodrie, Willie Miller.
Oh, I hope you're sitting down. It's 3-0 to Motherwell. It's quite incredible. Aberdeen all over the shop again. Blair Spittle, the edge of the box, having a strike, little deflection. And there it is for Jack Bale to stroke it into the back of the net past Rusyn goal. Quite incredible scoreline here. Didn't think it was going to be good tonight, but I didn't think it was this bad.
Well, it's wonderful if you're a Motherwell supporter, and it's wonderful if you're Stuart Kettlewell just now. A quite stunning scoreline of Aberdeen 0, Motherwell 3 at Pittodrie, and they kicked off the same time as this one. We're 27 in at Ibrox, with Rangers leading by a 0 here. It's Rangers with McCausland back towards Tavernier, bouncing ball. Goalkeeper's made a mess of it, comes off the top of his knuckle and behind for the corner. It could easily have gone the other side of the post for 2-0. It stays at 1-0. How on earth are County holding on here?
It's quite incredible, it really is. It was McCausland with the ball to run about the penalty spot. It's deflected high up into the air from Tavernier. Dessers backs into the goalkeeper. I'm not sure if it's a foul or not. It didn't look too much, but the goalkeeper goes to punch it. It is a bit greasy out there. It comes off the back of his fist and misses the far post by a couple of inches.
Here comes the corner. Goldson goes for it, but Wickens will hold on. Fair play to the keeper, Dodgy. His team has taken an absolute pummeling here defensively. He's made a couple of really good saves. It's not a great night for a keeper when you consider the conditions either.
It's not, because you've touched on those saves, but I thought he got a little bit lucky there. Might have been a free kick when you see it again, but Alan who's the referee? Alan Muir. He points to the corner flag and gives the corner. So he was never going to give the free kick. So he got off with one there, Wickens, but he's made a couple of good saves, Liam, as you said.
Here come County down the right-hand side. A change of goal scorer, by the way, for that County goal. County come down the right, and Simon Murray hits it home first time in the 6-yard box to equalise. It's come from absolutely nowhere, and a stunning moment here in Glasgow as Simon Murray equalises against Rangers. The ball was flashed in from the right-hand side. There appeared to be no pressure on the Rangers defence, and Murray was there to batter it past Butland, and it's Rangers 1, Ross County 1. Incredible.
From nothing. I mean, it's just a hook ball down the side. Brophy does brilliantly. He just blasts it across, and Murray, who is at the edge of the box, just continues his run on, and it's a perfect ball. And it's a 6-yard finish, and from nowhere, and that's why you dig in, because Rangers should have this game out of sight, even this early on, not even on the half-hour mark. Rangers should be 3-4 up, and suddenly it's 1-1.
I can't actually believe it, to be honest with you. You know, Ross County have hardly been in Rangers' final third. It's a ball down the right-hand side. Eamon Brophy does really well. He puts it in incredibly early, which doesn't give the Rangers defenders time to set, but full credit to Simon Murray. A brilliant front post run, a run I used to love making myself. If you time it right and the cross is early, you've got a good chance of getting on the end of it, and he taps home. Was not expecting that.
Simon Murray's 14th goal of the season, and that is a turn up for the books. It's absolutely stunned Ibrox as Cantwell picks up for Rangers. Down he goes, no fouls, is Alan Muir, and County pick up with Laturi, and he's able to clear up towards halfway. Brophy chasing, Suter's the covering player, goes back to his goalkeeper, and Butland collects. I was just going to say, there's been a change in the goal scorer. It wasn't Vale got the goal, it was Adam Devine, who's on loan from Rangers, who's made it 3-0 to Motherwell at Pittodrie. And just as I was getting news of that ball came across. Here's Cantwell for Rangers, slips it out to Matondo, level with the penalty spot, onto the right foot, crosses into the penalty area, it's headed away, only as far as Tavernier. It's been another goal at Pittodrie, we'll get to Willie in a moment. Tavernier on the right for McCausland, back to James Tavernier, square ball for Lundstrom, poking it forward, cut out by Laturi. Willie Miller.
Well, for Aberdeen, they've got one back. The change was made, 2 changes made. McDonald comes on and Duke comes on, and it's Duke that gets the final touch. A little bit scrappy inside the box. The referee checking something, not too sure what he's checking, whether perhaps Duke was in an offside position, but Duke's got it in the back of the net. We're just waiting to make sure that is a definitive goal for Aberdeen. If it is, then that change that the manager made is instantly brought results to Aberdeen. I'll bring you an update once the referees decide to start play again.
Well, I have to say the starting lineup Neil Warnock put out there was strange, to say the least, but Aberdeen have pulled one back, assuming that survives the VAR check. Here at Ibrox, it's quite incredible. One apiece. Yilmaz bending the ball in, and Wickens will hold on. Dessers has gone down. There's a few optimistic shouts in the Broomloan for a penalty that's not coming right now. Rangers 1, Ross County 1 on 32 minutes. I hadn't long finished asking how are Ross County getting away with this at just 1-0. The fact they've equalised now, they've got something to bed themselves into the game with.
Absolutely, and that's why as I said, you're going to give up vast majority of possession. You're going to ride your luck at times, but if you keep it at 1, you'll always get a chance. It's usually later in the game, but it's early they find themselves level now, and as you say, just hang on to something. They've got something now to defend, and here they've got a free kick edge of the box, so you never know, they could take a shock lead. Similar situation last Tuesday night, Stephen, wasn't it, when Miovski equalised a lot later in the first half, right enough, but that was another moment that came from absolutely nowhere for the away team.
Yeah, it was pretty much exactly the same, Liam, and Aberdeen weren't in the game until that point. It gave them a massive lift, and then they started to kind of find confidence and make things more difficult for Rangers. But yeah, I mean, this is, it wasn't quite as complete and utter dominance in that game as Rangers have had up until this point, and up until that goal certainly. But they've got a free kick here, 30 yards out on the angle.
It's County with Danda, swings the ball into the back post, and really important head flick there from Tavernier to win it at the back post, with Murray lurking in behind him, and Rangers get it clear. And it's picked up all the way at the other end and rolled back to his goalkeeper on this near side by Aina. Wickens will slip it out to the left-hand side for Effet, who knocks it forward there into the midfield for King. Out to the left-hand side, Goldson's the covering player for Rangers, able to pinch it back off Brophy and rolls it back to his goalkeeper, Butland. Short ball to John Souttar, stepping out of defence. On this near side, he's got Yilmaz. Passes it up the line, Matondo, it's a lovely spin there to take on Aina, and then he's brought to the deck, and that's going to be a free kick to Rangers on this near side level with the edge of the D of the Ross County box. It's 1-1 at Ibrox, 3-1 to Motherwell at Pittodrie.
It should have been a booking. It was fairly cynical from Latouri. He does really well, Matondo, initially spinning the challenge of Aina, then Latouri comes over from a deep midfield position and just wipes him out because he knows he's not got the pace to keep up with him. It was good play again from Rabbi Matondo down this left-hand side. Tavernier's now going to, I think, swing it in around about the penalty spot.
It's almost level with the edge of the D. It's just maybe 4 or 5 yards away from the near side touchline. Ross County have everyone back behind the ball. As Tavernier takes right-footed, bending it in towards the penalty spot towards Goldson. It's come off a County head. I think it was Reid as it's picked up over on the far side. It's allowed to go over the line though. Desser's chasing after it. The covering player was Josh Reid. It was an important initial intervention from Ryan Leake inside his own box as that came in from this near side. And it stays Rangers 1, Ross County 1 as we go into the final 10 minutes of the opening 45.
Yeah, I'd imagine Philippe Clement will be happy with the performance. Obviously not the goal that's gone against him, but the one thing he won't be happy about is just the fact that Rangers have passed up those opportunities. When you're so on top and you've got that first goal, you can really put the game to bed. And with Rangers, what's at stake tonight in terms of going top of the league, if they can get a 3-goal advantage, then they've got to be more clinical. They really have to be more clinical with the opportunities that they have had.
There's Goldson's header into the centre circle. Lawrence back out to Tavernier, looks up, rolls it forward with the right foot. Dessers gives chase down the right flank. The covering player for County's Effet. It's back infield to Tavernier, then out to McCausland. Level with the County 18, rolls it back along the grass there to Tavernier, to Cantwell, to Tavernier. A bit quieter tonight, Todd Cantwell, despite Rangers' dominance. That's with Tavernier, who plays it short to Lundstrom. Stabbing it forward there for Matondo. Into Souttar. Square to Tavernier. Rolls it forward towards Matondo, but it evades him, and County can clear. Goldson's header forward is run by Latouri, nods it forward, and Murray will chase it, and then it's out into the top tier of the Govan standover on the far side from Goldson, and out for a County throw-in. Rangers 1, County 1. Different game now all of a sudden. Yeah, Rangers still seeing a lot of the ball, Billy, but they're not making the same inroads.
Scrappier, isn't it, in the last 7 minutes since a goal, where County are breaking it up better, look better organised, getting tighter to people, especially in that final third, getting a foot in and getting close to people.
Rangers coming down the left-hand side. It goes out to play for a throw-in. There's been another goal at Pittodrie. Willie Miller.
3-2 it is now, Liam. We're certainly having some fun tonight. A corner from the left-hand side. McDonald meets it at the near post. Garterman sneaks in at the back post, totally unmarked. Side puts it into the back of the net to give Aberdeen their second. What a game we've got here. What a first half we've got here at Pittodrie. 3-2.
Stuart Kettlewell will be absolutely furious. His team 3-0 up and seemingly cruising, and it's back to 3-2 in Aberdeen, back in the match. And that's in the wake of Neil Warnock's changes.
Yeah, you don't know whether you say well done Neil Warnock for making those changes and then to get the 2 goals back, or not well done Neil Warnock for putting that team out in the first place. It went 3-0 down at home inside 25 minutes, but it's certainly some game.
One thing's for sure, it'll be a marathon half-time report from Willie.
Here's Lundstrom for Rangers down the right for McCausland, looking to get the ball in. It's a good sliding challenge by Josh Reid. It goes behind at the expense though. In fact, it's going to be a goal kick rather than the corner. So County, not only have they weathered the Rangers storm, they found an equaliser in the match, and Don Cowie's down there, his first match in charge of a team on his own as manager in his own right, and he seems quite relaxed down there, taking a drink from his water bottle, putting it back on the ground, hands in pockets, walking around his technical area.
There's all party, yeah. breaking it up, frustrating Rangers in the last maybe 7-8 minutes, where Reid gets tight, kicks off McCausland, goalkeeper takes his time. Suddenly the crowd are in a different frame of mind, just want Rangers to try and get in ahead at the break.
Lundstrom wins the header back into midfield. Tavernier close quarters as Lawrence gets onto it. Lawrence though overhits the pass and some. It's going to go out for a throw in to County down by the corner flag on this near side, and it will be a County ball, but they are hemmed deep inside their own half, and the Rangers fans not happy with the length of time this is taking. We've played 39, it's 1-1 here, and James Brown still waiting to take this throw in down on this near side as he bowls it up the line. And now the play, it goes for a Rangers throw in off a County head. It's now with Suter into the centre circle for Tavernier. Clip ball, right-footed. Dessers was in behind, an important header away by Leak. Still alive for Rangers. McCausland, right-hand side of the box, back to Tavernier. It's an up and under into the area. Wickens punches, but he doesn't get it clear. Matondo, poor touch, breaks to Danda, and you can hear the frustration from the home fans around about this here at Ibrox. Rangers 1, Ross County 1, and an incredible game at Pittodrie, where it is Aberdeen 2, Motherwell 3. It's a really lengthy VAR check for that second Aberdeen goal. It has eventually been given. And it's 3-2 to Motherwell heading to the break, as it is here at 1-1. Dessers giving Rangers the lead, and they were cruising through this match till Simon Murray popped up with the equaliser. But here come the hosts. Dessers on the right of the penalty box, manages to stab it out to McCausland. Tavernier in support. McCausland plays it short to Cantwell instead. Back to Tavernier, to Cantwell, into the feet of McCausland, turning it back to Tavernier, stabs it to Lundstrom. Lundstrom to Ridvan Yilmaz. Tavernier went down, the referee allowing Rangers the advantage here. It's Matondo, left hand side of the box, back to Lawrence, drops the shoulder onto his left side, still in the right foot though, rolls it left hand side of the area from Matondo. Matondo with the right foot ball across, little touch from Dessers with right through to Wickens, and it stays Rangers 1, Ross County 1, approaching 41 minutes.
It was good play from Rangers, keeping the ball for a long period of time from the right hand side out to the left hand side. Matondo eventually gets it out wide, takes a couple of steps and flashes it into a decent area. It's difficult for Dessers because he's got his back to goal. He's probably only 2 yards out. He tries to make contact with it, but doesn't get a good enough contact and into the goalkeeper's arms. If Ross County get in at half-time with the scoreline as it is, then you have to say they will be absolutely over the moon.
Long ball forward for Rangers. Cantwell, right hand side of the box. Not a great touch. Cantwell, he's trying to keep it in play. Down with the corner flag, he's done really well. The back heel off effect and out for a Rangers throw in. So he's at least kept his team up the pitch here as they try and find their lead back before the break.
He did well, just back heels it against Fete, and then not sure what's happened, just kept the ball after that. So get some to retain possession, see if we can manufacture a chance coming to the closing end of the first half.
McCausland wide in the right, short ball to Cantwell. Cantwell then back the way to Lawrence, then goes back out wide to Cantwell, looks up, right foot, first time ball in, looking for Dessers, comes off the head of Fete, and County able to get it half away, but McCausland pinches it back off Murray at the edge of the box, goes into Lundstrom, takes a touch, sits down the defender, shifts onto his right side, and then it breaks down. McCausland's giving it away, and County are able to come away with it on the left hand side. It's the first time I've heard the Rangers support this frustrated in a long time, certainly under the current manager. The supporters have tended to give them that bit of patience. They came here expecting a goal fest, many did, and to be honest, Rangers could have been 3 or 4-0 up and out of sight before Simon Murray scored that equaliser. And sometimes you just never know. And it's County with it. The ball's played back out to that far side touchline by King towards the left-hand side of the Rangers box. Goldson's first touch isn't great. He's trying to get back onto it. It's a problem of Connor Goldson's own making. County have it back, and a chance left-hand side of the area, and Brophy lifts it over the crossbar. Connor Goldson got himself tied up in knots there, and Brophy almost profited. He puts it high into the Copeland Road end, and it stays with 2 minutes of the opening 45 left. Rangers 1, Ross County 1.
It's a chance, isn't it? Because it's bobbling about, and it's up in the air. Golson misses it. It's flicked on to Brophy, and I think he should hit it left foot. He tries to go with the right, yeah, and if he just scoops it over the right foot, but a real chance.
Lawrence for Rangers, rolling it low, out to McCausland on the touchline. Infield he comes now with Tavernier. Level with the edge of the D, out to that far side for Lawrence again. Tavernier making an angle for him. Using him as the decoy though. Finds McCausland right hand side of the box, and he balloons his cross wide and looks on in frustration as the ball ends up in the stand behind the goal, and it stays Rangers 1, Ross County 1, approaching the final minute of the opening 45. I think he has come in for a bit of stick recently, Ross McCausland, which seems a little bit harsh given the impact he's made as a youngster, but I think he has. I suppose if you're playing in the first team here, it doesn't matter what your age is, you've got to be performing every week, but he has been getting a little bit of stick. His manager was defending him yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, you often see him get the ball on the right and cut in the pitch. You don't often see him in that situation where he's got space and time to deliver a quality ball into the box, and on that occasion he got it wildly wrong, way up into the Brimlin Road stand.
There's Tavernier coming down the right hand side for Rangers, firing it into Dessers, but his touch takes it straight to Ryan Leake, who's able to knock it forward to Murray. Shooter committed himself, but he's done well. He's won it back down this left hand side he goes, keeping it in play off Murray, out for a Rangers throw-in, level with the edge of the D of the county box. We're about to find out what the stoppage time's going to be at the end of this first half, which is level at 1-1. 3-2 Motherwell lead at Pittodrie, heading to half time there as well. Report to come from Willie. Here's Tavernier. 5 minutes have been added on at the end of the first half here. There's Lundstrom finding Cantwell. He shoots for goal. Wickens spills it. Dessers blocked on the line. County somehow get away with it, but wow, what a block from Ryan Leake. His goalkeeper was gone, and Leake prevents Dessers restoring the Rangers lead. In first half stoppage time, it stays Rangers 1, Ross County 1. Is it going to be one of those nights?
Well, I can't believe he's missed it, to be honest with you. He's just got to lift it. What happened was it was a shot from the edge of the box from Cantwell straight at the goalkeeper. It is a greasy night. Goalkeepers don't like those types of nights. You're taught as a striker to follow in shots that are hit from the edge of the box in case he misses it, or wee chance here, Liam.
Yeah, long deep ball. Matondo heads it back looking for Dessers, but Leaks there again. He's been a rock for Ross
I was
County.
saying, yeah, you're taught to follow in the goalkeeper. He does make a complete hash of it. Dessers spins. He's just got to lift it. He's just got to lift it into an empty net from a yard and a half out. He hits it on the ground, and Leake somehow manages to get the block in.
Here come Rangers, right hand side of the box. Campbell to delicate chip ball. Dessers couldn't quite turn it home. Header at the back post. Goes the wrong side of it for him though. And it stays Rangers 1, Ross County 1.
This is the thing about Dessers, right? He has scored 13 goals, but see the amount of opportunities he misses. In every match, it's too many. He's got to cut down that conversion rate.
He's got to take a sore one there. He's got to just go, and he's above them. He's got the early jump. It's hung up to the back post. He's actually steered it wide with his head. Just get a full contact and dribble it into the net with your head and hit yourself off the post. But he does neither, and he'll be frustrated because he's missed a few chances tonight. The goalkeeper, Wickens, he's in the mix tonight, hasn't he? Some fine saves, and then some unbelievable flaps as well, though.
Yeah, I think if Dessers was an out-and-out goal scorer, like Rangers have had through the years, a McCoy, a Boydie, a Billy Dodds, then he'd already be in the same amount of goals as a Shankland this season, 25. He'd be, because he gets the opportunities, but he takes 1 in 3, 1 in 4.
Yeah, and the problem is the heat doesn't come off him until he's hitting sort of 20 odd goals by this point. That's what they need to be at
the
this
amount
club.
of chances created. Yeah.
County delighted when he's not perhaps had his eye in, albeit it's his goal, and it was a fine finish that gave Rangers the lead early in proceedings, inside 5 minutes. But Simon Murray's equaliser just before the half hour means it's 1-1, and County are up the pitch here. Brown with a throw in, level with 18, gets it back immediately. A chance here for Aina. He's up the pitch, rolls it back to Danda, who'll then turn it to the left hand side for Reid, and back infield to Danda, the County number 10. He's off to Hearts in the summer. It's a poor ball though. He gives it straight to Matondo, and now it's with Lundstrom. Charging through stoppage time, 2 of the 5 left. Lundstrom loses out to Murray. Little back heel off Lundstrom, who was fouling Murray. Free kick, and County have taken it quickly. Here comes Brown down the right-hand side. 2 in support. Brown goes himself, deflects off Goldson. Ross County are ending the first half with a corner here.
Yeah, it was brilliant play from Simon Murray. Chasing back with Lundstrom, wins the ball. They win the free kick. It was a tug on his shirt, and then it's taken really, really quickly on the front foot by Ross County. Rangers weren't set. They were ready for it. Brown chases down the right-hand side, gets a shot off. I thought he had options inside. Decides to take a shot on. Takes the shot on from about 20, but it goes behind for a corner and a chance just before half-time for Ross County to put this in the mixer.
Ross County's first corner comes at the end of the 4th minute of 5. It's rolled back to the edge of the box here for Brown, lifts it for goal, and Butland holds on. If he catches that a bit better and a bit more swerve on it, he might have found the top left there. Long ball from Butland. It's going to evade McCausland and come all the way through to his opposite number, Wickens. And the on-loan Fulham goalkeeper will pick it up now inside his own box. We're in the 5th of 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half. 1-1 here, just about half-time at Pittodrie, with Motherwell leading, but they were 3 goals up. 3-2 at Pittodrie heading to the break there.
Got to give Don Cowie some credit there, Liam, because they've obviously looked at Rangers set up at corners. They've got the late runner, and Brown, if he maybe just hit it harder, might get a bit of joy.
And the Rangers fans not happy. They got a free kick, they wanted it taken quickly. The ref wasn't set. The County players were getting in the road as well, as Lawrence picks up in the right, it shuffles away from Murray and rolls it out to Tavernier on the right hand side. Plenty to hit in the middle. In comes the cross. Dessers with the header. Goal! He just evades Wickens' grasp into that bottom right corner. And Cyril Dessers has scored at the start and at the end of the first half at Ibrox. Just as the natives were getting tetchy, it is Rangers 2, Ross County 1.
It's all about the quality of the ball from James Tavernier from the right-hand side. It is placed to perfection over the centre-half's head, and Dessers was there in the middle of the 6-yard box to header it down, back across the goalkeeper. Textbook header, and he wasn't getting his hand on that one. Wickens, he really should have 4 goals, should Dessers, but he'll not mind. He's got 2, and Rangers are going to go into the break with a lead, which will break County's hearts, considering the last 10 minutes they've looked far better.
Yeah, the full-backs, we've talked about them all night. County have given them up. They've said, look, we can get it, you're further out, so you won't hurt us, but they will, because Tavernier's got that quality. Dessers' movement really good there, dips forward to dip in behind, and then gets a well guided header away beyond Wickens in the far post. And what a time for Rangers to take the lead just on half time.
You're talking about Dessers. The half-time whistle does go here, as Billy says. That's the first time he's scored more than once in a game for Rangers, and that will do him the world of good as well. I would have thought he scored early in the first half. They're singing his name here. It could well have been very different had it still been one apiece at the intervals. A wonderful finish, actually, his first one. A little lob on Wickens 5 minutes in. Simon Murray, after all those Rangers chances after the goal, Matondo had 2 in particular, Dessers had another couple, but Simon Murray ramming home an Eamon Brophy cross with just about Ross County's first attack of note in the opening half. But Dessers with a header from Tavernier's wonderful cross ball means the half-time score at Ibrox is Rangers 2, Ross County 1.
The Scottish Premiership.
From BBC Radio Scotland.
So, real drama at the end of the first half here at Ibrox. Rangers 2, Ross County 1. A double from Cyril Dessers, a first in 5 minutes. That back post header in the 5th minute of first half stoppage time. That after Simon Murray had equalised for their away side, totally against the run of play on 29 minutes. So, as I said, real drama here, but my goodness, what a first half at Pittodrie this evening. Aberdeen up against Motherwell. There for us, Willie Miller.
Kenny, quite incredible. I questioned the team selection before the start. It definitely was the wrong selection, with McGrath playing as a wing back, a left wing back as well. It was evident for everybody to see as Aberdeen went down very early. 5 minutes, it was a push by Morris on Gent. He went down in the box. The referee pointed to the spot. It was checked, but it was confirmed, and Theo Bair stood up and rifled it high, right down the middle into the back of the net to give the visitors the lead. 22 minutes, it got worse for Aberdeen. Gent again down the left-hand side, played a big part in both these goals. He fizzes across the face of goal, and there is Bear at the back post. They side-foot it, again finding the back of the net. So the Aberdeen fans were beginning to turn then, and you didn't think it could get any worse, but indeed it did. Where Blair Spittle found himself just in the edge of the box, had the strike, it was deflected. It fell to Devine, and Devine just toe-poked it into the back of the net to give an incredible lead to Motherwell, 3-0 at that time. But then the manager saw sense and made 2 changes to the starting lineup. Went to a back 4 as well. And within a minute, he made these changes in 30 minutes. And in 31 minutes, it was Duke, one of the changes that managed to get on the end of a scrambled effort in the box and just toe-poked it again into the back of the net. Wasn't the best goal you're ever going to see, but it was a vital goal and so important. And then the other substitute that came on, Angus MacDonald, he played a part in the second goal for Aberdeen. Corner from the left-hand side. He makes a run to the near post. He flicks it on to Gartenman at the back. He opens up his body and his foot and slips it into the back of the net. There's no doubt, I think it was Majowski as on the line in an offside position, but he's not interfering. He didn't touch the ball. It was checked, and the video assistant referee gave the goal. So, you know, it's a revival for Aberdeen. I think Neil Warnock got it wrong to start with, but he certainly sorted it out. Obviously, bags of experience there to see the error of his way, make the changes, and got Aberdeen back into this game at half-time. Here at Pittodrie, it's loads of fun and plenty of entertainment. It's 3-2 to Motherwell.
Willie, there's been a lot of love. We know that for Neil Warnock from the Aberdeen fans. What on earth was the atmosphere like in the stadium at 3-0?
Oh, they were ready to invade the pitch, I think. They were booing. They weren't happy. Every pass was booed as well. Morris was getting the brunt of it. And then he decided to make the changes. And, you know, it's Duke's first touch of the ball. He just manages to sniff it out. It falls to him very kindly, and he just toes it into the back of the net. You know, and then the set piece, well taken set piece. And it's the other substitute, Angus MacDonald, that makes a great run to the near post, flicks it on for Gartenman. You know, the 2 centre backs on this occasion, you know, combining to get Aberdeen back into the game, and they've been pushing it, they've been forcing it. But it's just that simple change, going for the 3 to the 4.
Well, I was going to ask you that. Did they start a back 3 Aberdeen after struggling for most of the season?
Yeah, back 3, Dodgy, and McGrath playing left wing back, and Polvara in front of him. And they were just all over the place, and Motherwell were taking them apart. He makes a change in 30 minutes, and he goes back to a back 4. He brings MacDonald on, he brings Duke on, he goes to 2 wide players. Aberdeen haven't played many wide players this season, been mostly that congested midfield, you know. So he's got McGrath playing wide on the right, he's got Duke playing wide on the left, and he's got Majowski through the middle. Listen, it's there for everybody to see. That's how he should have started the game, but he didn't. But he saw the error of his ways, he made the changes, and it certainly turned his game round. It's been an entertaining first 45 minutes. I've waited all season for it, right enough. It's entertaining.
Yeah, my goodness, every time we had a goal coming through, absolutely incredible, just watching the guys' faces here on the gantry. So Aberdeen 2, Motherwell 3. We'll get back to Brian McLaughlin. I know he's got an update for us in terms of the rift between the SPFL board and 6 of the top flight clubs, but just in terms, Stephen Thompson, of the game here at Ibrox, I mean, it's been an incredible first half here as well. I've got a list here of chance after chance after chance for the home side after Cyril Dessler's opener in 5 minutes. Then actually really nice play, you'd have to say, from Ross County. 29 minutes, good hold up played on the right hand side from Brophy, and there's Simon Murray coming in the near post. And it's just the first time, I think, Tom, when we touched on this last week, that you could just sense a bit of tension coming into the crowd, couldn't you?
Yeah, I think it was more frustration because they knew just how much they dominated that opening period, and they really should have taken the opportunities. I said it during commentary. They weren't just half chances. These are big chances, and you've got to be more ruthless. And you've got to also credit Ross County, because they looked dead and buried. You didn't even see them in Rangers' final third once. And then they get a goal out of absolutely nothing. And you're right, it was a well-worked goal from their point of view. Rangers will probably look at it and say they should have done better. And then they're just thinking to themselves, can we get into half-time at 1-1, still in the game, and, you know, gives us a platform to build on in the second. And Dessler's popped up, and thankfully for him, this time he managed to score again. It was an opportunity that he didn't have to think about. The cross comes in and he just gets the header away. It was a good header. I like the header. But between him and Matondo, Rangers should really be 4 up. So we'll be looking in the second half. I would imagine that it will not be long before the manager makes a couple of changes to go and try and get those goals. And by all accounts, Oscar Cortez played well against Ayr and looked a real threat. It wouldn't surprise me to see him coming on, and Silva will get a part of the match as well. And you'd expect Ross County to find it difficult to maintain the constant Rangers pressure in the second half. There's a lot for Rangers to be pleased about in the first half. The tempo was good at times, and they were cutting Ross County open. Ross County were kind of the architects of their own downfall, as Billy explained during the first half, with the way that their fullbacks were just getting drawn with the wingers, and it was causing so many problems, and Rangers fullbacks were just completely and utterly free, and the goal comes from that, the second goal, Dessers' header. So I wonder whether or not they'll make a wee tweak at half time just to kind of try and stop that, because it's been the source of most of their problems. But Rangers have got the goal that puts them back in front. They know they only need another 2 in this second half to go top of the league, and that's certainly what I think you'll find them pushing to do with another quick start to the second half. Yeah,
you guys knew how to find the back of the net. Billy Tom had a good point there in commentary just about when Cyril Dessers has got time to think about things. That's when the problems start. And we saw that, of course, in the Old Firm game, didn't he? He had quite a long time going through, and he just kind of got bustled off the ball and scuffed his shot. He looks a really instinctive striker, but also quite a frustrating character to watch.
Yeah, but he never stops trying, I'll give him that, because he dwells on chances and he loses opportunities. But he scored 2 tonight, he's got Rangers in front, and he said that, maybe 4 or 5 opportunities as well. Rangers have been so far in front. Tom was just showing me 21 shots for Ross County's 3, but that doesn't matter, you hit the target. For half an hour it was Rangers at their finest, where they're playing fast, free-flowing football, creating chances, missing them. That's a big thing, because if you score again, I think Ross County were. But when you don't take your chances, it's the old adage, sometimes it comes back to haunt you, and it's exactly what happened in this game, because County make an opportunity on the half-hour mark. It's a brilliant finish. Suitor dreams though, he lets Murray run off the back of him, but that takes nothing away from Brophy, who fires in the chance, and then Murray finishes. And then for 15 minutes, Ross County were frustrating Rangers.
Yeah.
They got a lot of confidence, they looked more compact, they looked as if they were better organised, and even got another chance with Brophy hitting over the crossbar. Yeah. It's a big goal for Rangers right on the stroke of half time, and it's a real sucker punch for Ross County. It's how they adapt to this. They'll be trying again to hang in to about maybe 75, 80 minutes, maybe open up a little bit more. They're caught in between a rock and a hard place. They want to go 2 up front to have opportunities at Rangers, but they're getting done in full-back areas, and it's killing them, because Brown doesn't know whether to go with the winger. When he does, Yilmaz just steps in. It's the same on the other side. It's the same on the other side we read when he takes McCausland. Then Tavernier just steps forward, and you've seen all game, Tom was talking about it, straight balls, the crosses. Tavernier set up the 2 goals, so they're caught in between a rock and a hard place, Ross County. But it doesn't matter about shapes when you've got hung in there, been lucky, half an hour, rode your luck at times. Goalies had a mixed bag, let's say, and should be 3-4-0 down. Then you get an equaliser. To lose that goal in half time is a real killer blow for them, but we'll wait and see how they react in the second half. If Rangers get a third, I think they'll go on and win the game convincingly, maybe 4-5-1. But if County can just hang in there 80 minutes to go, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, very interesting watching Philippe come on down there in the first half. He was getting really frustrated, venting his anger towards the 4th official as he saw time wasting by the County players. He was a very frustrated character down there. Let's just break away from the game here. Brian McLaughlin is a reporter alongside Willie at Batodry this evening. Brian, you've got an update for us on a story that broke last Thursday. We had a discussion and an interview on Sports Sound on Saturday, and this is this dispute between the SPFL board and half of the SPFL clubs.
Yes, if we just step back a little bit, Kenny, to the back end of last week, when 6 clubs, Motherwell, Aberdeen, Livingston, Rangers, St Johnstone, St Mirren, had said they'd sent a letter to the SPFL Chief Executive in response to the handling of the recent independent governance report. It said that the clubs hold serious concerns regarding the report's independence, transparency and the overall governance of the SPFL. The letter also said it wants to seek full clarity in numerous issues so the clubs and shareholders of the SPFL can determine if further action is necessary. Well, today, Kenny, the same 6 clubs issued a statement again saying they have had a reply from the SPFL chairman Murdoch McLennan. We don't know what was in the reply, but they're now asking for an urgent meeting of all 42 SPFL clubs and have invited Chairman Murdoch McLennan and the Chief Executive Neil Doncaster to attend. I'll briefly go through this statement, Kenny. It's not very long. It says, on consideration of the Chairman's letter of reply, the clubs believe it to be imperative in the best interests of transparency and governance that the Chairman and Chief Executive meet their shareholders. To that end, the clubs have invited the Chairman and Chief Executive to attend a meeting of all member clubs to address issues around independent governance review. All SPFL member clubs are invited to attend and participate in this meeting, which is to take place at 11 a.m. on the 27th of February 2024. Lots of things we don't know. First of all, we don't know how many clubs will attend that meeting or where it will be. We don't know what was in the response from the SPFL chairman. We don't know what's in the governance report yet, Kenny. We have asked the SPFL for comment this evening. We await a response from them. This will rumble on. But yes, so far, a meeting scheduled to take place at 11 a.m, 27th of February. All SPFL member clubs are invited to attend, along with the Chief Executive and the Chairman.
Yeah, this story, Willie Miller, just isn't going to go away, is it? You'll have seen this movie many times before with the clubs in dispute with those running our game.
Yeah, and I think the clubs have got every right. You know, it is their organisation. They've got every right to seek answers, you know, and pose questions. And you know, you've got to be totally transparent. And you know, if the clubs are not happy, then they have got to put their case forward. They've got to get the opportunity first and foremost to the executive to put their case forward and get answers. You know, it's no use just whitewashing it. If you're talking serious money here, Kenny, as well, that the clubs could certainly be doing with. So you think when you have an independent review of something that they find cause, they find out, you know, what did go wrong, who made the decisions to take this to court, who was confident that they could win this case. You know, because at the end of the day, when you don't win it and you're landed with this huge bill, then I think the clubs have every right to seek the answers, and the executive have got to stand up and answer, you know, who they're responsible to, and that is the clubs.
Yeah, no doubt at all about that, Willie. We had McMahon, the Stennismuir chairman of sports down in Sacre. He wanted to put an estimate on it between £500,000 and £1 million, as Willie said. That's a huge amount for Scottish football. Still get the situation we go to games and the boards behind a Rangers manager get changed. We do the interview because Cinch is not to be on there. So it's a situation that has caused great embarrassment in Scottish football, and we find ourselves with a situation where Cinch have exercised the right to finish their sponsorship deal early. But that's all on the sidelines for now. There'll be more on that in the coming weeks. Let's get back to the action on the park. Willie will bring us all the news from Pittodrie. What a first half there. Aberdeen 2, Motherwell 3. Real drama here at Ibrox. Rangers 2, Ross County 1. Dessers with a double. Let's get back to our commentary team of Stephen Thompson, Billy Dodds and Liam McLeod.
Change for Rangers at the start of the second half. Oscar Cortez, the new signing on loan from Lens in France, comes on for Ravi Matondo. He looked the part when he started for the first time against Ayr United here in the Cup on Saturday, and he's on for the second half. Alan Muir just about to get things underway. Rangers will shoot left to right in the blue shirts. County in their change colours, all white with navy flashes. Rangers left to right towards Copeland Road in the second half. County towards the Broom Lawn. It's game on. The rain continuing to drizzle down onto the wet playing surface as Goldson picks up and turns it out to Tavernier on this near side. County same as at the start of the second half, as the header clear for County by Loic Aina out to the far side is picked up by Ridvan Yilmaz, but he runs it out of play for a throw into County over on that far side. For Rangers, Butland in goal, Tavernier, Goldson, Suter, Yilmaz, Lawrence, Lundstrom, Cantwell, McCausland and Cortez either side of Dessers, who's got both their goals. For the visitors, Wickens in goal, Aina, Leak and Effet at the back with Brown and Reid wide. King, Laturi in the middle with Danda trying to support Murray and Brophy. And it is County in possession, and they're claiming they got a free kick. In fact, they're going to get one as well. and they are behind. And one thing that's perhaps been rearing its head over the half-time interval is the amount of stoppage time that was added on at the end of the first half there. 5 minutes were added on at the end. I'm not too sure I saw too many complaints from Ross County, but it's something I noticed people were discussing during the half-time interval there. There was the James Brown injury. There was any subs in the first half to speak of. And of course Rangers scoring their second in the, as we headed towards the final minute of the 5 that were added. And it's Jack Butland playing it short out to Yilmaz on the far side. Long ball. Dessers turning it back there to Cortez. First time looping the ball forward to Cantwell. The covering player for County is Michael Ifete, and it goes out of play for a Rangers throw-in, which Cantwell takes quickly to Dessers and gets it back immediately and pokes it to Cortez. Infield to Lundstrom. Squares it to Lawrence. He's got time here. Takes a touch, steps onto the left. Lawrence sizes up the goal, and his efforts blocked and behind for the corner. Great chance for Tom Lawrence to make it 3-1. But he doesn't catch it as he would have wanted to, and he's got to settle for the corner.
He does so well initially. Lundstrom plays it to him, centre of the pitch. He goes and fakes to shoot. The defender buys it. He's then about 18 yards out. He's trying to just place it to the goalkeeper's right in the bottom right-hand corner. The defender gets a toe in. Great play from Tom Lawrence. He's very good at that wee kind of feint and change of direction.
Rangers corner then to be taken by Tavernier. Right-footed, loops it towards Goldson. It's headed half away, and then clearance completed at the edge of the box where Lawrence will cushion the header to the right angle of the area for McCausland. His attempted cross is blocked though, breaks to Yilmaz. Yilmaz forward to Cortez, back to Cantwell. Cantwell, a little delicate chip ball into the areas, headed away by Aina. He's coming back into the box here, and Cortez making a nuisance of himself, and he's onto it. Left-hand side of the area, he then slips on the greasy surface, and that allows Yandanda in to pinch it back for County. Cortez all over him though, trying to redeem himself, and he's done just that. He's away from his man, bursting into the area. Cortez back to Dessers, who wildly hits it up into the air, and it drops down, and that's a comfortable take for Wickens. But that was outstanding play by Oscar Cortez on the left-hand side. It's exactly what the Rangers supporters are wanting to see from their winger.
Yeah, looks apart, doesn't he? Direct as well, but the Rangers are trying to do things fast, quick, try to get the game over with and create chances, and it's a good chance for Dessers, but missed again.
McCausland back to Lawrence, takes a touch, his efforts deflected up into the air, round about the 18-yard line, breaks back away. Cantwell, it's a poor touch from him, and he hasn't had one of his better games, Todd Cantwell. Goes out of play off him and out for a Ross County throw-in.
See them trying to get a tempo up though. Right from that chance Stephen was describing with Tom Lawrence, it was like Cantwell get the ball, quick throw on, Dessers layoff, and then they create the chance for Lawrence, and then Cortez after it, cutting it back to Dessers. He could have taken a touch when he was behind him and he had time, but he just goes for the first time effort and skies it.
Just been pointed out to me, for those who are questioning the stoppage time at the end of the first half, that Philippe Clement was not happy with the length of time County took to finish their celebrations to equalising, which perhaps added to the time, as well as the James Brown injury. So that's obviously what added up to the 5 minutes, as Tavernier picks up and moves up towards halfway. Under pressure he is from King, goes back to Goldson. A little square ball to John Souther. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on at Pittodrie, where Motherwell lead Aberdeen by 3-2. And they're 3-0 up at one point in that game. It's Tavernier for Cantwell, out to McCausland on this near side, back to Tavernier. Chip ball looking for McCausland, might get in behind here, not quite. Goalkeeper comes and takes, and it's Rangers 2, Ross County 1. Let's go back to Willie Miller at Pittodrie.
Yeah, it's an equaliser for Aberdeen, and it's a substitute, Duke, that gets across from the right-hand side. I think it was Devlin that threw it in, and Duke sneaks in at the back post to get the last touch on it, and just manages to get a header on it in off the inside of the post to give Aberdeen the equaliser. Maybe I'm just looking at a replay, maybe it was an OG, and they're checking it for a free kick, checking it once again, but as it stands just now, Aberdeen's got the ball in the back of the net. It looks like it's the equaliser. I will come back to you if it's not.
That's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, Aberdeen,
They were dead and buried.
yeah.
I don't think he'll play a back three again then.
But listen,
Warnock.
but that is the Motherwell soft centre coming to the fore yet again, though. That's been the problem. And for Aberdeen's great resilience, it just hasn't been there. 3-3 by the looks of it. Here come Rangers. Cortes is in. Brilliant save with the foot there by Wickens. And behind for the corner. Looked like Oscar Cortes was in for his first Rangers goal. It stays Rangers 2, Ross County 1.
And he should have been, Liam. I mean, how many times have we said this tonight? We're not just talking half chances, big chances. It does well initially. There's a corner coming in.
And it comes bouncing around the 6-yard box and cleared.
Yes.
Dessers was attacking it, and he will be desperate for his hat-trick.
Oh, he will be, yeah. But and Cortes does really well. 1-2 to McCausland, but really should be scoring. It get caught between them, and he hit it with his kind of left foot. I felt as though he should have hit it with the other foot, but another big chance goes a-begging for Rangers.
You get the feeling Philip Clement said to him half-time, get this game killed. Don't be going 75, 80 minutes and it's still 2-1. We need to kill it right now. Have no nerves at the end of the game. So Ross County, they'll be saying, just hang in there. See if we can get to that time. See if we're just still one in it.
Rangers have it. Lawrence switching it out to Tavernier on this near side. Little ball in field to Lawrence. Got a space to work in. Flicks it with the outside of the boot out wide right. Tavernier takes the touch and crosses in. Headed away by Fete, only as far as Lundstrom. Out to Yilmaz, takes a touch and he crosses in, and it's headed away to the edge of the box. Poor touch by Murray. Cantwell's onto it, finds Tavernier. And now Lundstrom. Short ball to Yilmaz. Out to the left-hand side, Cortes. Cortes to the underlapping Yilmaz. First time low ball across is cut out in the 6-yard line. Dander trying to sweep it clear here. And he succeeded in doing so. As it bounces off the chest of Lawrence and out for a throw into Ross County on this near side. Rangers 2, County 1, and Aberdeen 3, Motherwell 3 at Tawdry.
It's a great run from Yilmaz, it really is. Gets to the byline, flashes it across the 6-yard line. Cantwell was making the box late. It was caught in between him and Dessers, who'd gone front post. Really unlucky.
Can't believe nobody goes with Yilmaz though. Murray, I think it was Murray and Brown just stayed with the same man, yeah.
Rangers with Tavernier forward to Cantwell's trying to pocket of space, driving towards the edge of the county box. He shoots and just wide. Wickens with his save again. Brilliant goalkeeping from the on-loan Fulham player. And it will be the corner to Rangers down in this near side, but they're knocking ever louder on the door.
That's the best save of the match from George Wickens. Cantwell does ever so well, receives the ball in the half-turn, spins, drives 10 yards forward, gets to the edge of the box and hits a shot into the bottom left corner. You think it's going in all the way, and then Wickens at full stretch touches it round the post for another corner.
To be taken down on this near side by Yilmaz between the main stand and the Copeland Road end. Left-footed, and it comes a good delivery and just nodded away out to this near side of the box where County can get it clear, and there's a foul by Cantwell, and that'll be a free kick to Ross County. Philippe Clement down there, I think, claiming one of his players was being held inside the penalty box. It will stay Rangers 2, Ross County 1 at Ibrox, 9 into the second half.
Yeah, I don't think there was much in it. Both Goldson in the centre half, Leak I think it was, going for the ball. I mean, Cantwell just kind of catches, I think it's Laturi a wee bit late in the face with his shoulder, just trying to block him off. I don't think there was too much in it. He's up back on his feet now. The referee's given a free kick to Ross County.
Change coming for County, and Jordan White knows his way to goal against Rangers, and he's going to be on shortly. He's going to come on right this minute for Eamon Brophy, who was making his first start since the end of October, so a few sub-appearances since then, but just a handful of them. So clearly it's going to take a little while to get Brophy up to full speed, but when they do, they've got a good player on their hands there, an international player.
Yeah, they've got good attacking options, Liam. They really do. Eamon Brophy, when he's on fire, when he's found his form and his confidence and his fitness, can be a real asset to them, there's no doubt about that.
Certainly got to be careful in terms of minutes, don't they, Tomo? In like 55 and they'll take no chances, because if he picks up an injury, it'll be a real setback to him.
There goes Simon Murray down the left-hand side. County in the attacking third for the first time in the second half. The sliding Goldson puts it out for a County throw-in, which will be taken on this left-hand side by Reid, level with the Rangers 18. Little ball in field to King, back to Reid, to Laturi, loses out to Cantwell, who then bundles Laturi to the ground and emerges with the ball, and Cantwell drives it forward looking for Dessers. Dessers waiting for to get it into his stride, and he has done so. Left hand side of the box, Dessers chops back onto the right, back onto the left, back onto the right, passes it back to Cortez, and they've overcooked it, and it can be cleared by King for County, and it stays at 2-1 to Rangers. It's sloppy in defence for County there. Here's Cantwell charging forward, he goes down the edge of the box. Rangers free kick, right, the centre point of the D of the County box. Rangers 2, County 1, but Dessers, he was in there when he wanted too many goes at it.
Yeah, Cantwell's having a better second half. He's involved a lot. His energy levels are definitely up. I think he buys the free kick, he sees the challenge coming and throws himself in to the centre half. The referee's bought it, but yeah, I mean, Dessers, he played the pass through to Dessers, and he's either got to hit it on his left foot, or the first time he chops back, find a teammate with a pass, he goes for a second chop, and by that time County defenders had recovered and the kind of chance is over. But free kick, 25 yards out, very central though.
Yeah, it's a good chance though. Tavernier will be looking forward to this. Ian Yilmaz over at Goldson.
It's a tricky one for the goalkeeper because if he's slightly left, you know, it's a right footer. Slightly right, it's more inclined to hit the left footer, but central, it's not sure the goalkeeper where to position his wall.
Chance here, Yilmaz is still there with the left, or Tavernier with the right. It is, as Stephen was saying, bang central of the goal. Wilkins waits, crouched position, Tavernier takes it, it's deflected, and that's going to go out for a corner by the looks of things. Cantwell happy to accept that. Consolation prize down on this near side. Rangers leading 2-1, 3-3 at Pittodrie. Here is Lawrence rolling it along the 18 for Yilmaz, gets the break at the ball, but good recovery by Danda, and now it's with Laturi. He's able to clear for County. Tavernier finds Lawrence, this right hand side of the box. Yilmaz to Lawrence. Lawrence then, it's a big switch of play out to Suter on the left hand side, midway inside County territory. McCausland, short ball to Cortez, then back to Ross McCausland, level with the County penalty spot, into Cortez, the two wide men operating over on that far side just now. And it's with Lundstrom, who finds Tavernier. Tavernier lofting it into the right hand side of the box, looking for Cantwell, and headed behind for the corner by Josh Reid. Rangers 2, Ross County 1.
Well matched by Reid, he had to, because I love the little diagonal, and Cantwell's made the run just inside the box. You think he's going to clear Reid and he's in and go, or maybe for a cutback, but it's a good touch, takes over the corner.
Yilmaz comes out to take. Be an in-swinger here from the Turk. And back into the starting 11. Barisic started the cup tie at the weekend. It's Yilmaz on league duty again. In comes the corner, and it's flicked away around about the 6-yard line by County. Murray gives chase, and it's going to go out for a Rangers throw-in, which Cantwell takes quickly. Bowling it infield to Lundstrom. Then to Cantwell. Rangers need another couple of unanswered goals to go top of the league tonight, and that's a poor ball by Cantwell, which was high into the stand behind the goal, and it stays at 2-1 to the hosts.
Yeah, the less said about that one, the better. He has improved his performance in this second half. He's been on the ball an awful lot, as Todd Cantwell, probing, looking to make things happen, but that was not his finest moment.
That was right out of the bazooka, wasn't it? Into Rosed. It's good position as well, right side of the box. Rangers have put in some quality tonight, but not that one from Cantwell.
Enjoyed a succession of home matches, Rangers. They've got St Johnstone and Perth next up on Sunday. Ross County are at Dens to take on Dundee on Saturday afternoon. Full coverage on Sportside, of course. Got that huge championship match to come on Friday night in front of the BBC Scotland TV cameras. Raith Rovers against Dundee United, the top two in the championship. United win that, they go 7 clear. Huge game for both sides, for the same reason in regards to the prize at the end of the campaign, but Raith Rovers just trying to hang on right now. United looking to open up daylight. Not to come at Starks Park Friday night. 7:45 start in Fife. There's Tavernier for Rangers, who lead 2-1 here. It's a 6-goal thriller at Pittodrie, level at 3-3. Aberdeen coming from 3-0 down in that one. Couple of goals from Duke, couple of goals for Bear, for Motherwell. As Rangers pick up, it is a long switch of play by John Souttar out to Tavernier on this right-hand side. He's got support from McCausland. Low ball down the line. McCausland turning in field, short to Tavernier. Looks up, bends the cross ball in. It's right through to Wickens, who holds on. He'd be delighted Leak didn't get a touch on that, because any touch takes it past the keeper. We played an hour, Rangers 2, County 1.
Yeah, it was close. It wasn't Tavernier's best ball. Nobody gambled for him right enough. He whips it into an area, but nobody taking that front post run. I think the tempo's just dropped the last couple of minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. Rangers started the second half at a real tempo and looked hungry, but it's just drifted the last 5 or so minutes. I wouldn't be surprised to see Philippe Clement try and bring another substitute or two on, just to inject a bit of freshness and pace into the game again.
Yeah, outfield wise, he's got Silva, Wright, Davis, Barisic, King, Diamandi and Raskan. Don Cowie, he's got Ross Laidlaw, Borthwick Jackson, Sim, Sheaf, Harmon, Henderson, Kella and White, who's on, of course. Managed to come on a few minutes ago. He's barely touched the ball as Tavernier collects central area in the attacking third, finds Lundstrom to his right now. Cantwell tries a little back heel, doesn't pay off though, and it's cleared by Josh Reid. Goldson knocking it forward. White on the slide, pinches it back for the visitors, and then the up and under from King into the Rangers half, looking for Murray. Goldson gets onto it. For County, it's all about staying in the fight here. Just one down, they've proven they can score, but they can't surely come from 2 down. It's McCausland down the right, rolling it across. It slipped as he tried to do so, and Laturi picks it up, and then he's fouled by Tavernier. And that's a free kick for County at the edge of their own box.
Good play from Rangers down the right hand side again, Billy. They've had a lot of ball down this right, couple of 1-2s. Tavernier, the ball eventually get played to McCausland, and yeah, you're right, he just at a vital moment as he was about to cross it in, lost his footing. Just maybe his final ball hasn't been as good as possibly it could have been this evening, youngster.
That's where you've got to learn the game, isn't it? Especially if you're under no pressure in wide areas. There's got to be quality coming in. Your percentages have got to be at least 8, 9 out of 10. But if you're a half and half job, you take a bit of stick, and that's what Liam was alluded to, where the Rangers fans, even though he's a young lad, they expect better quality in these wide areas.
The Rangers fans will be keeping an eye on the Europa League. The knockout playoff round starts tomorrow evening. Second leg's tomorrow, or week tomorrow, and then the draw on the 23rd for the last 16. We know that Rangers will be at home in the second leg because they won their group. A whole host of teams it could be. We'll find out their opponents next week. And here, their opponents, Ross County, still just one behind, 2-1 Rangers. They have a throw-in. Reid takes Murray at the left angle of the box, and then behind for the corner by John Souttar.
Needless, dodge it. Needless.
Yeah, I mean, they could have dummied it and taken a chance it's going to go out, but decides to try and use his pace and run it along the line before he clears it. Souttar, but he gets it all wrong, gives Ross County the corner. Ross County have hung on well. Rangers started brilliantly second half, but they've hung on well and started making Rangers think about it now, about not getting that killer third goal.
Same in the first half, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Started like they meant business immediately. And in the last couple of games, Brown takes the corners, a header's over. What a chance! What a chance that is for. It's Ifeti's attacked it 6 yards from goal. It's a free header, and he is furious that he's not got that in target. Over the bar. It stays Rangers 2, Ross County 1. That is a glorious chance for Ross County.
It's their best chance of the match by a mile. The delivery's good, and Ifeti finds himself with a free header. He's right on the 6 yard line. He's up perfectly for it. How he puts it over the bar, you've got to header that on target. You've got to header it down the way, and it's actually a big let off for Rangers. That
with this surface, even if you sclaff your header, probably goes in, just with it, as you say, the surface makes it gather pace and it trundles over the line or something, but to head it over the bar for me, it's a big let off from Rangers.
It looked like a second equaliser all night long. Rangers have dodged a big one there, and it stays at 2-1 to the home team. It remains 3-3 at Pittodrie between Aberdeen and Motherwell. We'll get an update from Willie perhaps a little bit later. Just the next few minutes. Out for a Rangers throw-in. McCausland looking to take it quickly, level with the edge of the D of the county box. He bowls it back to the halfway line for Goldson. Right to left of the circle for Souttar, who have been very relieved that Ifeti hasn't managed to find the equaliser, given it was a completely pointless corner to give away for Rangers, who have it with Tavernier. He's moved it to the edge of the penalty box for Yilmaz. Now back to Lundstrom, then out to the left for Cortez up against Brown. Cortez taking Brown on, stepping back onto his right side, level with the penalty spot now. Decides to go for the bylines, an early low ball across is cut out, and County get it away. Yilmaz battling for it, but County emerge with it with Laturi looking for Murray, but he can't find him, and it's John Lundstrom who rolls it out to McCausland. Back to Lundstrom, he's on the left foot, he's gone for goal, and the goalkeeper holds on low to his left, and it stays Rangers 2, Ross County 1.
Yeah, it was better goalkeeping from Wickens again. You know, he's had that save from Cantwell to look goal bound, and on that occasion it was Lundstrom cutting in from the right on his left foot, hits it low and hard towards the same corner as Cantwell's shot, but he held on to it a lot better.
Heading towards the final quarter of the two matches tonight. The championship game to come on Friday, as I mentioned. Saturday, Celtic Kilmarnock, Dundee Ross County. Two of the matches taking place. Aberdeen Hibs as well on Sunday. St Johnstone Rangers midday kickoff. Rangers have it with Cortez wide on the left. Back the way it comes to Lawrence. Little switch of play to Tavernier. Tavernier, it's not a great ball, but bounces off Laturi and falls for Lawrence. Over on that left-hand side, it's a right foot ball into the box. It's headed away by Reid. Picking up is Tavernier to McCausland at the right angle of the box. Back to Tavernier, that was for Cantwell, but Lawrence gets onto it and Wickens puts it behind for another corner. Just bounced in front of him. It's a little bit ungainly. And there's a Rangers corner. They lead 2-1 on 67.
Yeah, the pass is meant for Cantwell, but Lawrence is not holding back. He's on it in a flash, hits the strikes, bouncing in front of Wickens. He takes no chances on this surface and beats it wide for the corner.
Corner for Tavernier. Right-footed, outswinging into the box, headed away. Danda around about the penalty spot, hooks it over his head. Lundstrom heads it back towards the box. County trying to come away with it here with Laturi. He's lost out. It's now with Tavernier. Tavernier infield for Lawrence. Down he goes. Looked like a foul. The referee says no. Philippe Clement is furious down below us. There's more drama at Pittodrie. How much of this can Willie Miller take? Let's find out what's going on.
Not much. We're going through a VAR check, and it's the linesman put his flag up. Myovsky's got the ball in the back of the net. It's really, really tight, Liam. I'm watching a replay here. The reception isn't very good, but Myovsky just finds that pocket of space. He makes a little dart deep and then in behind. The cross comes in, and he puts it in the back of the net, but then the assistant puts his flag up. Now they're checking it and checking it and checking it, and it's been given as offside. So really, really tight, because it took them an awful length of time to make that decision. So still 3-3.
Here come County though, up the other end here for against Rangers. He's got it right hand side of the box. Simon Murray rolls it back to the edge of the area here for Danda. Danda out wide right, chance to cross here for County, and reads it in the back post, and he's headed it behind off the defender. It's going to be a County corner.
McCausland, as he does brilliantly, track his man, because for once in the game the wing back Ross County is forced the winger back at Rangers, and McCausland has to track him all the way. It's a brilliant ball in from Murray. He heads it off the back of McCausland. It's probably ending up in the net if it doesn't hit McCausland in the head. What a defensive header that was, even if he didn't mean it.
Double changes for both coming up, but I can't imagine either will make it before this corner has been taken. James Brown to take for County. They've come with a threat. They really have. It's been steely at the back, and they've come with a threat as they prepare to take this corner through Brown. And it comes Butland, punches it away. It's a good, decisive punch from the Rangers number one. County have it over on the far side, but it's run out of play for a Rangers throw-in. 2-1 to Rangers, just over 20 to play. Harmon and Sheaf will be on for County shortly. Silva is coming on, and so is Wright for Rangers. That's coming up any moment now. Here's Cortez for Rangers down the right-hand side. Attacking the County box, rolls it to the edge of it here for Tavernier. To Cantwell, to Cortez. Cortez inside the area, teasing the defender, and he goes toward the penalty spot. He gets it to Desser, sets himself and shoots, and saved by Wickens. and then Reid plays it back off Dessers and behind for the goal kick. Cyril Dessers had the opportunity for his hat-trick there. With less than 20 to play, it remains Rangers 2, Ross County 1.
Yeah, another chance for Cyril Dessers. The amount of opportunities this guy gets is incredible. Cortez does quite well on the right-hand side, flashes it into the box. Dessers takes a touch, spins round about the penalty spot, hits his shot low, but it's cleared. And Rangers making the substitutions now.
Yeah, as I say, double change for both. McCausland is one of those who's being hooked. The County players being withdrawn. It's Eli King and Josh Reid. George Harman will come on, as will Max Sheath.
Yeah, Reid was just booked as well. She's making sure that doesn't get sent off.
Dessers off, Silva on. And those are the changes. Dessers will have to wait for his hat-trick, but he's at least managed a double in the game. He should have a hat-trick though, Stephen.
100%. He should have a hat-trick. I think the one where he swivels and it's cleared off the line by Leak's probably, you know, a chance you'd expect him to take every day of the week. The one where he hits the post, another massive chance. He's
back post header.
Oh yeah, the back post header. Yeah, he's had his chance to get the hat-trick. But you know what? If you come off the pitch as a striker and you've scored 2 goals, you've done your job, in my opinion.
It's going to be a Rangers ball. Yilmaz throw in midway inside his own half. Infield to Lundstrom. He goes back the way and breaks the way of Connor Goldson. We'll turn it to Tavernier on this right-hand side. Tavernier decides to play it back to Goldson. I mean, it gets to a point in the game where Philippe Clement would love to be top of the table. He doesn't admit it publicly, of course. The players, the fans, they'd all love to be top of the table and put pressure on Celtic, who face in-form Kilmarnock in Glasgow on Saturday. But the 3 points right now is the most important thing for them, and County still very much in this match, that's for sure. They've proven that, and they've had chances to find a second equaliser, unable to take them. There's still time here at Ibrox, where it's Rangers 2, County 1, 17 and a half to play. 3-3 it is at Pittodrie between Aberdeen and Motherwell. It's Cortez wide on the left, finds Yilmaz. Back to Cantwell, to the angle of the box for Cortez, to Cantwell, back to Cortez.
Yeah, that's fine for me.
And
yep.
it's
thanks, Willie.
Good, Willie, thanks.
Thanks, Willie.
It's Cantwell to Lundstrom over on the left-hand side. Willie's having a right old time at Pittodrie tonight. And Aberdeen, Motherwell.
Is that happy he's getting involved here?
Here's Lundstrom down the left for Yilmaz. Looks up, left foot cross comes in. It's cleared up into the air by Leak. Bouncing ball in the far side. Yilmaz gets it under control. Just rolling it back to John Lundstrom and into the midfield for Lawrence. And Dinkett with a right out to the left-hand side for Yilmaz. It is a sodden night here in Glasgow as Silva picks up and rolls it back to Lundstrom. Square ball for Lawrence. Lawrence to Tavernier. Bounces awkward for him. They've made it work though. Cantwell, first time. Back to Lawrence, to Silva, to Tavernier, to Cortez! Wide! Brilliant football by Rangers though, you would have to say. Popping it around the edge of the County box. And when it broke to Cortez, going by his reaction as he looks up to the sodden heavens above, it suggests he feels he should have notched his first Rangers goal. He's had a couple of glimpses at it in the second half since coming on. Almost in 74, 2-1 they lead.
The amount of chances is just incredible, isn't it? And you get that feeling, don't you? If they don't take one, they're going to feel a wee bit of pressure towards the end. This game should be out of sight. They've not put it to bed, and you don't get a better chance at that. The build-up play is brilliant, and when he gets through, it's a little bit like Matondo in the first half. Go and slot it, and somehow he puts it wide of the post, Cortez.
Goes up in the air. Silva, was he fouled? No, says the ref. It was Leak's challenge. Rangers have it with Goldson on the near side. Side foot square ball to Tavernier. Back to Goldson. Out to this near side. Cantwell on the touchline, moving in fields. A really decent challenge though, you would have to say, from Sheath. Didn't look favourite. He slid in to win it back momentarily for County. But Rangers have it with Lawrence, who moves it back to Suter. Suter at the edge of the centre circle. Rolling it out to James Tavernier on the halfway line on this near side. Out to right. And then infield to Cantwell. Cantwell challenged well by Laturi, but it breaks to right, and now Tavernier. Scott Wright on the turn, goes down, free kick, fouled by Laturi. And it's Rangers 2, Ross County 1, with 15 of the 90 left.
I think Philippe Clement will be disappointed with this second half. Rangers have had a lot of the ball. They've been asking questions. It's just chances that they're passing up, especially in a night when they could go top of the league. And I know you've already said that Philippe Clement doesn't talk about that, but
there's Cantwell from distance, chipped onto the bar by Wickens. Fabulous strike, 25 yards from goal from Cantwell. He swung the right boot at that one. It's a wonderful save onto the top of the crossbar, and Rangers have a corner, Billy Dodds.
It's a hell of a strike, it really is. And I tell you what, it's another brilliant save. You've got to say Wickens has kept them in this second half. At least 3 really good saves. It's got an incredible amount of dip on it. Cantwell hits it from a distance, then it starts to really dip. It looks like it's going over the bar. It's going to go into the top corner, barring his fingertip touch.
Outswinger from Yilmaz, left-footed into the box, looking for Suter. The ref blows the whistle, and County have a free kick. County are still in the game. We said it when they were 1-0 down. How on earth is it only 1-0? How are they still in this match? Well, we're into the final 15 of the 90, and they remain in this football match.
This is a mirror image of the first half, isn't it? The first half, they were all Rangers dominating, creating chances, and you saw it in the first half. County hit back and then started getting a bit of belief and broke up a lot of Rangers' play. Rangers are what? I mean, this is one of those games where you just want to put it to bed and you'll feel the pressure coming on, but they deserve to be in front. They're still playing well. They just need to get that third goal.
Here's Scott Wright down this near side, taking on his man, getting towards the byline. It's the cross ball in, and it's swept away up into the air by Jan Danda around about the penalty spot. Tavernier will pick up for Rangers on this near side. Just at walking pace, moving in field, rolling it to the left of the centre circle for Suter. Suter short ball forward to Lawrence. Lawrence looking for the run of Yilmaz. Not quite. Comes through to Wickens, who holds on. Down low at the feet of Ridvan Yilmaz, and it stays Rangers 2, County 1.
You see Philippe Clement down below us. He never really goes into the dugout and takes a seat. He's always in the technical area, usually right beside the fourth official's ear, but you can see the frustration growing from him. He knows his team's performance has been quite good, but they just need to get that third goal.
And another day it's 5-1.
It's more than that.
Over, and
it's more than that.
Yeah,
I mean, I had it on my phone a wee minute ago, the chances. I'll see if I can get it back up.
Nobody likes dead air and radio, Tom.
Wi-Fi's not great, Liam.
But it's a Cortez shot, Tom. The Cantwell shot, Cantwell onto the bar. Cortez wide with a great opportunity. Unbelievable.
32 shots, 16 on target. Like 32 shots. I mean, it's incredible.
It's proper dominance, isn't it?
But you're saying Philippe Clement is frustrated. He is, yeah, of course. But he's also starting to get worried, because it's getting to that time where you're thinking 13 coming up to 12 minutes to go.
Well, you never know they get a chance.
And you start thinking, oh my word, we should have this.
The thing is, County should have scored. You know,
yeah, Fetty's header. Scored, yeah.
They really should have.
Rangers are going to bring Demande on shortly on his first start for the club in the cup tie at the weekend as Laturi goes down. He's fouled, says the referee, by Lawrence. Ross County have a free kick, and Rangers are going to make that change. One of their new signings, Mohamed Diamande, will come on for Tom Lawrence. Sims and Henderson are going to come on for Ross County. I don't know if we've got a chance to go to Willie Miller and just get an update on what's going on at Pittodrie, that 3-3 game between Aberdeen and Motherwell. Willie?
Yeah, Aberdeen dominating possession and having a number of opportunities, twice off the bar, and obviously that Majowski goal that was cancelled out. But on the break, on transition, Motherwell are looking dangerous. They've got a corner just now, throwing it into the box, not an easy one to take, and Roos doesn't cover himself in glory as it's still falling and bouncing about, and it's a goal. It's in. It's a goal. I think the referee is looking at the situation, but Motherwell have got the goal, the ball into the back of the net. Someone went down. I think it's McGinn, perhaps. It went down, and Brian's pointing to every player in my team sheet. Harry Payton. It was Harry Payton that got the touch on it. So it was good. 1 out of 11. He got it right in the end, and it's been given. It's a goal. It's been given. It's a fourth goal for Motherwell.
Yeah, well, Kelle Roos again is causing himself problems there, and Aberdeen had come from 3-0 down to get to 3-3, are behind again. Well, if Motherwell walk away with the 3 points tonight, then if that doesn't reignite their season as far as wins are concerned, they have been ticking along okay recently.
Well, to score 4 goals in an away match, especially somewhere like Pittodrie, which is notoriously difficult to get results at. I mean, just to get the 4 goals in any case, it's incredible. What it does do is highlight the problems that Aberdeen have, new manager or not new manager.
4-3 Motherwell at Pittodrie. Here's Wright for Rangers, who lead 2-1 in the final 10 minutes here. Here's Scott Wright working it forward towards Cortez. Cut out. Rangers have it back with Cantwell. Cantwell to Lundstrom. Lundstrom stretching, trying to find a teammate and losing it, and now it's picked up on this near side by Sims, who of course scored that decisive penalty in the shootout win over Partick Thistle in that playoff final. Ross County have been in much bigger holes than this. 19 minutes to play of that playoff. They were 3-0 down in aggregate to the Glasgow side. Somehow here they are playing Premiership football. Well, they're currently sitting in that playoff position again. That long ball forward from Aina is going to come right through to Butland. We'll play it short into midfield for Lundstrom. Rangers 2, County 1. Aberdeen 3, Motherwell 4. Shades of that 6-5 game back in 1999 between those two at Fir Park. 11 goals scored. Jim Leighton and Andy Gorham were the goalkeepers. Here's Lundstrom, unchallenged, shoots, and it's another save, another shot on target. Wickens holds on this time, and it stays Rangers 2, Ross County 1.
As much as Wickens had the odd kind of slippery moment in the first half, he's been outstanding in this second half. He really has. His handling's been excellent. Again, it's a shot from distance. Lundstrom this time sees the opportunity to drive into the space. 22 yards out. Let's go. Really, really strong shot, a lot of power behind it, but Wickens makes no mistake with the handling.
I mean, how long ago did that Motherwell fourth goal go in? There seems to be a VAR check going on for it now, which Willie will be able to tell us about shortly as to whether the goal's been given or not. There was, I think, another check going on. We'll get Willie to talk us through it if it requires it.
There's a wee check here. I don't know. I think as the Ross County player come in to win the ball, there was a shout for Cantwell leaving his foot in, but it's been checked and nothing's been given.
Here's Connor Goldson for Rangers. He steps forward into midfield. Right foot ball forward, low. Silva touches it back into the middle. Little flick from Diamandi's good. Gets it to Cantwell, back to Diamandi, forward to Cortez. Just loses sight of it. And it's going to be cleared by Leake. Still County in this match, which is incredible. Chip ball forward, and Sims got in behind Tavernier. Left-hand side of the box, 2 waiting in the middle. It's pulled back, and Lundstrom's there to knock it towards Goldson, and he's able to get it away. And now it's with Cantwell. He steps in field, and Diamandi picks up and rolls it into Lundstrom. 83 just about played. Long ball forward. It's Cortez right ahead of him. Silva in space. He's found Silva on the right foot, can shoot, and saved by Wickens. Breaks back to Cortez, and it's blocked on the 6-yard line by Aina, and out for a throw-in on this near side to Rangers, and it stays 2-1. Shot after shot after shot for the home team. They cannot put this game to bed.
And that's exactly it. And the one thing they've not been is clinical, because you can't say they've not had enough one-on-ones or brilliant opportunities.
An outrageous of chances.
And whether it's a goalkeeper or not, there's a couple where they should have slotted in.
That one, Doddsy, you know yourself, you're in the angle, you've got to go low across the goalie. He hits it with power straight at the goalkeeper. It's a good save, but it's a save you'd expect him to make. You've got a big target to hit. It's always across the goalie, that one.
Here's Rangers with Tavernier. Here's John Lundstrom picking up. He shoots, and it's tipped over by Wickens again. It stays Rangers 2, Ross County 1. Willie Miller at Pittodrie.
Yeah, the goal has not been given after a lengthy wait, Liam, and a VAR check, and
wow.
We did not know anything was happening. We've got a big screen there. There was no check on the screen.
How long was that, Willie?
5 minutes, 4 minutes
shocking.
perhaps.
Yeah.
And then there was a player down injured. For me, I've saw replays of it. Doesn't look, both players are at it in the box. You know the usual in the box when the ball comes in from a wide area, a corner. They're
okay,
both
well,
at it.
Here's Fabio Silva knocking it across. It's cut out Laturi, and then he's fouled by Silva. That'll be a free kick to County with just over 5 of the 90 to play here. Rangers 2, Ross County 1. So just to reiterate, it stays Aberdeen 3, Motherwell 3. That Payton goal has been ruled out after...
What a game. So you had the Aberdeen one ruled out as well. It looked mega tight.
Yeah. And it's going to be a free kick here to Ross County. Rangers leading this game, trying their best to finish it off, and they've done all but do that. Long ball from Wickens with the right foot, up into the air it goes. The header won there by Suter. Cantwell, Cortez down the line, plays it infield. It's a wild swipe at it by Ifete. It goes out to Cortez on the far side. He lets it go out for the throw-in. And Cortez bowls it into Diamande. Level with the 18, finds Cantwell. Back out to Diamande on the far side. He's lost out. County getting bodies in the way. They've rode their luck so much tonight, have County. But they've shown a steal that simply wasn't there. Billy was at Fir Park last week, and it was a shocker of a performance from them. It's been better tonight. And obviously up against the title chasers here as Wright finds Tavernier. Back to Wright at the right-hand side of the box. Back to Lundstrom. On the left foot, square ball to Yilmaz. Diamande back to Lundstrom. So up at the goal again. Steady passes to Silva. Back to Lundstrom, and he fires it straight at Wickens, and it stays Rangers 2, Ross County 1. Can't remember the last time I saw a game with so many shots on target.
Well, I mean, I wonder how many saves, maybe we get the stats up, that Wickens has made in this match. It must be an incredible amount of saves. But yeah, good play again from Lundstrom. He's had a number of shots from the edge of the box.
Oh, Goldson back to Butland, and it just gets there, the header, with Jordan White lurking behind him. And remains 2-1 to the hosts, the seconds ticking down. And Rangers, as it stands, will do enough to win the game, but just like last Tuesday against Aberdeen, it won't be enough to go top. Here's Wright, right-hand side, finds Silva, edge of the area, onto the left foot, tries to stab it through with the outside of the right, and County of bodies in the way again. And they get it clear down that far side where Suter gets onto it and goes back to his keeper. The fact this game is still contestable is quite incredible. Lundstrom forward to Diamande. He's been fouled there though, says the referee, by Ryan Leake. Just outside the centre circle in the County half. Rangers have a free kick which is taken quickly back to Lundstrom. And now Cantwell fires it out to Scott Wright on this near side. Right now will attack Harman. Level with the penalty spot. Good slide block there from Harman, but it's behind for another Rangers corner.
Yeah, Scott Wright receives it out in this right-hand side. Does what all wingers should do. Faces up this full-back or his wing-back and tries to take him on, but he was well matched. Behind for the corner. Have you got a corner count going, Liam? It must be an awful lot this evening, but Tavernier will take it. Outswinger it'll be.
And it's going to be taken, yeah, on this right-hand side from the Rangers captain. And it comes, it's into the 6-yard area, it's flicked away. Goldson was the target. County managed to get it clear. Picked up by Tavernier on this near side. Looks up, low ball into the box this time, and it's another kind of sliced clearance. And out for a throw-in on this near side. It's the Dessers double that right now is winning the game for Rangers, who have had 16 corners, Stephen.
16, thanks, Liam.
38 shots, 20 on target.
That's absolutely fine. 20
There's
on
another
target.
One. Add one.
I mean, normally when we're doing the kind of stats at a weekend for sports scene, you don't often see any team with 20 shots, never mind 20 on target. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous.
But good to watch, hasn't it? Because Rangers have played well, just not been clinical, where Ross County have just dug in and realised that there's so much at stake and get Rangers to a certain point in the game, make them think about it. So, really good game to watch.
Another Rangers corner. On the far side, up to 17 now. Into the box it comes off White, and behind for their 18th corner. And Ridvan Yilmaz will get a second chance at it. 3-3 at Pataudry. Motherwell had led 3-0. Double from Bear, one from Devine, who's on loan from here. And Duke with a couple either side, one from Gartenman. Miovski and Payton have had goals ruled out in the second half as well. As Yilmaz takes the corner, it's headed away. The referee's blown his whistle, and County
I think it went out.
Yeah, it's gone over the byline on its way in from Yilmaz. And County have a free kick in the 90th minute inside their own box. Rangers 2, County 1. It'll be interesting to see what the stoppage time will be. It was 5 at the end of the first half. County have it over on that right-hand side with Loic Aina up the line. Down that right-hand side, it goes into the Rangers half, but out for a throw-in over there for the home team. Dessers scored at either end of the first half. Simon Murray's equaliser, 7 minutes added. A few little groans from the Rangers supporters at the length of injury time, but then perhaps they've got time to score twice, because that's what they need to do to go top this evening. And Wright's going to get it back from Cortez, driving down the right-hand side of the box. Scott Wright's in, lays it back to the penalty spot, and it's cleared away out to the far side by Max Sheep for a Rangers throw.
He's got to shoot. He's got to shoot. It was brilliant play. He does the first flick. Cortez with the second. He takes his touch. There's no recovering defender getting anywhere near him. It's a tight angle, but you're taking that shot on every day of the week. Goes for the slide rule pass, doesn't come off.
There's no chance I'm passing to you, that's for sure.
No chance. Don't forget, I've played with you.
Silva crosses, it's headed away. County still alive here. 7 minutes of stoppage time. High ball into the County box, which Wickens gets onto. So we played one just about of the 7 that were added.
I can only think the subs 7. I mean, there's Ross County are no wasting time now. They're desperate to try and get a goal, so there'll be none of that.
He's Cantwell in space, driving towards the edge of the box. He shoots, deflected, wide corner again. The manager down there, the Rangers managers, want more goals. He's telling his players to get forward and get on with it. There'll be plenty of injury time, I would have thought, at Pittodrie, given the length of time it took the officials across the board to rule out that 4th Motherwell goal. Aberdeen, a lengthy wait for their Mijovski goal to be ruled out as well.
Be worth catching sports scene tonight with Johners.
Thought so, yeah. Tavernier to take. 6 minutes have been added at Pittodrie. They're into that. Tavernier with the corner here. We are in stoppage time here as well. 2-1 Rangers. It's headed away. Only as far as Tavernier. Picks up wide in the right. Bends the cross toward the back post. The header's in! And finally, Rangers put the game to bed. Suter got his head onto it at the back post. And it's Rangers 3, Ross County 1, and the Rangers boss once more.
He's telling them to stop celebrating and get the ball back to the centre line for the kick-off. And he's quite right. I mean, he said before the match he's not looking at the goals, he'll look at them at the end of the season. He wants this goal tonight. He wants to go top of the league tonight, 100%. Tavernier with a really good floated ball into the back post. And Suter rose highest. It's a good header. And for the first time in the second tavern, Wickens has no answer.
He's played it down all week. Come on, isn't he? He just wants to win the game. Now he wants a statement made. He wants to hit top. He's telling them, as Tom will say, don't celebrate, get back. Got a few minutes to try and get this goal that'll send us top.
He keeps telling us he's not worried about the league table at this point, but he wants to put pressure on Celtic on Saturday. That's a difficult one for Celtic against Kilmarnock, who are going great guns under Derek McInnes.
Yeah, but it's just the psychological side where you hit top of the league and you just send the message out.
Well, they need another goal for that to become reality. Do Rangers? Ross County's hopes of taking anything from this match have evaporated with that Suter header as he nodded at home, his first of the season. And they've got Rangers 3.5 minutes left of the stoppage time to try and find that 4th goal. And we take them to the summit. 3-3 at Pittodrie, looking like a draw, but you just never know. It's been such a bonkers match, that one. And as County pick up over on that right-hand side, chip ball down the touchline from Sheaf. Suter's there. Down by the corner flag, was off him last, and out for a Ross County throw-in. Level with the 6. For Don Cowie, this has been... If the scoreline finishes 3-1, it's not a disgraceful scoreline when you come to Glasgow, to Rangers or Celtic away from home. 3-1 is no disgrace, and you'll want just dust themselves down. More realistic matches for them to pick up 3-point hauls in as the season goes on. But here's Cantwell for Rangers.
Wrong option.
He tried to pass it out to Silva on the left. Surely that to go to Scott Wright in this near side. County get it away.
100%. It's got to come out to Scott Wright. He sometimes tries the harder option, but they've got the ball back.
Cortez down the left for Silva. Now Diamande back down that left-hand side. Cortez giving chase down by the byline, taking on his man. Rangers haven't been top of the league since a year past August, as the offside flag goes up on this near side to stymie that Rangers attack. There's just over 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining here, and County have given it away. Silva, left-hand side of the box, goes down. Ibrox howls for a penalty that isn't coming. Not yet anyway. Looked like plenty of the ball was taken, to be fair. As Lundstrom knocks it out to the far side, comes off a county boot and out for a Rangers throw-in. Now they're going to have a look back at it. Gavin Duncan's the VAR tonight. I'm not sure what the guys thought of that.
Nah, it's not a pen.
Yeah, looked like some of the ball was taken.
He's got a hold of his shirt right enough. They both get hold of each other's shirt, so it's kind of 50-50 in that
Play
respect.
on though, game on. Cantwell down the left, Cortez left angle of the box, steps in field, shoots, and Wickens holds on. He didn't really get the power that was going to beat the goalkeeper, and it stays Rangers 3, Ross County 1. Yet another shot on target, make that 22 for Rangers on the night.
Yeah,
just desperation to hit top, isn't it, from the crowd, the manager now. As you said, Liam, yeah, we don't speak about things like that, we just want to win the game. Yeah, that'll be right.
Trying to play for a throw into Rangers on this near side, just over a minute left. Long ball from Goldson, Silva giving chase, down goes the defender, free kick County, and Philippe Clement slaps fresh air in frustration. He kicks his water bottle in frustration, and then there is afters.
Cantwell kicked the ball off him when he was on the ground.
Yes, Cantwell and Leake.
Yeah, he's had about 3 or 4 tonight that have been a wee bit just on the borderline of being a wee bit naughty, kind of off the ball things. He does it quite a lot. It's a frustrating part of his game to watch that he needs to get out of his game. There was no need for him to kick the ball off the player on the ground there.
Just about
don't
done.
like that. For me, that's a coward's way, isn't it?
It's been booked,
Yellow.
and quite rightly so.
Both booked. Yellow each for Leake and Cantwell. So just about over here. 3-1 Rangers, just about over at Pittodrie. In fact, it is all over at Pittodrie. Aberdeen 3, Motherwell 3 is a full-time score. Given Aberdeen were 3-0 down, Neil Warnock will probably take that, but it is nothing to really aid they or Motherwell's hopes of reeling in those European places. And it's another game without a win for Aberdeen. 6 league matches without victory since winning in Dingwall on January the 2nd. And Motherwell remain with just that one away league win all season. The Rangers manager's been booked as well. I think that was the petulance from the Belgian as he kicked the water bottle right in front of the 4th official down below us. So we've played the 7 minutes, but there's going to be a little bit of time added on top of that because of the goings on there. And it's out for a throw into Rangers, level the edge of the centre circle. All the Rangers players are desperate to get this other goal. They're taking things so quickly. 3-1 up, cruising to the points, but they still play on. And Cantwell's won a free kick down this near side against Leake. And they're going to have a chance to fling the ball into the county box at the very least, with what will be their last opportunity to hit top spot tonight. Rangers 3, Ross County 1.
Yeah, you get the impression this will be the last attack of the match. Tavernier's going to swing it in from this right-hand side. Pretty much everybody up, just Lundstrom rounding the edge of the box.
Well, if anyone can drop it on a pinhead, it's Tavernier. A yard or so away from this near side touchline. His manager watches on, up the line behind him, trying to get his message across. Tavernier waits to take. Josh Sims, one-man ball, bent in by Tavernier. In it comes, it's headed away, out to the edge of the box, left-hand side for Yilmaz, to Cantwell. Can they get it back in the area again? The county defence trying to stand firm here in the face of it. To Lundstrom, now Diamande rolls it to Tavernier, central area, he shoots for goal. He's not far away, and it just ripples the roof of the net over the bar, and it will surely finish Rangers 3, Ross County 1.
It's another shot from distance. I mean, Rangers have probably had about a dozen shots from 20 yards outside the box. That one had an unbelievable amount of dip on it. It looked as though it was going over, a bit like the Cantwell one where Wickens makes the great save earlier, and it just catches the top of the net and ripples wrong side of the bar.
Gonna put the cherry on the cake, that one, though, wouldn't it? Just to win the game, go top, send out the statement, but just couldn't get it dipping enough.
Full time win for Rangers it is. And double from Dessers in the first half. The first a little lob over Wickens, the other one coming right at the end of stoppage time in that first half. And he missed a plethora of opportunities before that, as Matondo did as well. Wickens made some really important saves in goal for the Staggies. And Rangers had to wait till the closing stages, right through to second half stoppage time, to get their third that sealed the points. John Suter's header found the net, and then it was the Alamo as they chased the goal that would take them top of the table. They're going to have to settle, as they did last Tuesday night, for finishing the evening level on points with the defending champions at the top of the Premiership, because they missed out on top spot by a single goal. Celtic's next match at home to Kilmarnock. As far as Rangers are concerned, they go to Perth to play St Johnstone. But it was an excellent performance from Rangers tonight. They had 39 shots at goal, 21 of them ended up on target, 17 corners. It was a show of complete and utter domination, just lacked the ruthlessness that may well have cost them on another evening, but it won't matter to Philippe Clement right now, as desperate as he seemed to be to hit top spot tonight. The most important thing for them was the 3 points, and Ross County under Don Cowie showed plenty steel and resilience in the face of the hurricane that came towards them for much of that match, and they will reset for their trip to Dens Park on Saturday to take on Dundee in what will be a more winnable fixture for them. They are still in trouble, second bottom of the table, but plenty character in the performance that simply wasn't there under Derek Adams 8 nights ago in Lanarkshire. It finished here at Ibrox. Rangers 3, Ross County 1.
Football from